Flyers will hand Washington its toughest beating since Watergate when they take down the Washington Capitals. Friday at 7 on Comcast Sportsnet. Flyers Caps on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
The Philadelphia Wings, a team with as much history and championship hardware as any team ever in indoor lacrosse. Hi everyone, I'm Lee Felsmo. This is our preview show, Flight 1998, for the Philadelphia Wings as they enter a new era, the era of National Lacrosse League action. What a great team the Wings have been over the years. As you work through the schedule, you'll notice a couple new teams. The Ontario Raiders join the National Lacrosse League, and a team from Syracuse featuring Paul Gate. Now, let's go to the home opener. That one features the Baltimore Thunder and Gary Gate. That's right, Gary Gate has been acquired by the Baltimore Thunder. He'll be here on January 16th, the home opener at the Core State Center. You've got to be there to see that fantastic matchup with one of the great players ever, a former Wing player, Gary Gate. You know, Mike French has also been associated with the Wings' success over the years. Mike French was an All-American, a great player on the national teams of Canada. He makes his home now in Philadelphia. He is the general manager and a minority owner in the Philadelphia Wings organization. Last week they had a practice. Quint Kesnick caught up with general manager Mike French.
Leave him with Mike French, the general manager and minority owner of the Philadelphia Wings. Mike, a lot of new faces out here this year. Who are some players that we can look to step up in 1998?
Well, I think that we've got about 5 or 6 new faces. A couple of the players didn't play much last year. Matt Oglesby and Greg Traynor. You know, they've been playing exceptionally well. I think the good last year was helpful for them. And we've got about 5 rookies, first-year guys. We got Jake Bergey, who's really been impressive with his speed and his strength, and he's actually been scoring a few goals for us. We've got Buzz. We got a couple other guys that are mostly like going to be role players for us. But we're kind of retooling our team a little bit. Obviously, we're losing Gary. You know, you lose a lot of goals, but you know, this team, I've been around the team long enough to see that, you know, we've been able to win different ways. And I think that with Brian Volker and some of the leadership we have, we're going to be in good shape.
Your legacy is making the playoffs and contending for championships every year. What are some of the intangibles that you bring to this organization?
Well, I think one of the things is that we have the best coaching staff we've ever had. One thing, we got John Nostrand and Gary working with Tony. We've got 2, you know, very capable, committed assistants. That's going to help us a lot, just with the little things. I think that, you know, we've got a lot of veteran leaders on this team. Some people say, well, you're staying with some of your older guys like Gabrielson and Flynn, but, you know, they've tried out, and they had, I know Chris Flynn had his best tryout ever. And so I think that those intangibles, I think the leadership, the fact that we have some senior players, and I think we have a real solid coaching staff is going to be helpful.
Philadelphia Wings looking to challenge for the NLL title in 1998.
You know, the excellence of the Philadelphia Wings really has to point toward the organization. Of course, the players are key, but the coaches have been instrumental. And the players have some pretty specific thoughts about their coaches.
Tony Resch is the kind of coach that there's times when he's very confident, there's times when he's very calm, and then there's times when he's kind of all over the place, going crazy, yelling at the refs, yelling at us. He's just a real fiery guy, kind of straight and narrow, business, nose to the grindstone type of coach. In this league, it's kind of tough to, you know, I think to be like a motivator, to be a yeller and a screamer, which he's really not, because most of the guys are older, and most of the guys that play, especially on our team, are veteran guys. So we don't really need the kind of the rah-rah kind of coach, but he's really definitely a nose to the grindstone, just grind it out and play as hard as you can kind of guy.
Coach Resch is a very intense guy. You'll never see it really from his demeanor behind the bench. There are times where someone will make a bad play, and if a couple bad plays are back-to-back, then you'll see a big vein bulge out of his neck, and you know that he's serious. But Tony's played the game. He's played outdoor. He's played indoor. He's been the captain of the team. So he knows not to get too out of hand when players make mistakes. He's there to pump everybody up. He knows his X's and O's, and he expects you to go out there and do your job. It's not his job to go and fire you up. You got to come there with that in you.
Well, Tony Resch, again, this year has more work cut out for him than in years past. He has his own thoughts on the direction of Flight 1998.
Philadelphia Wings have the same goal every year, and that's to win the championship. We have a different look to the team. I mean, the loss of Gary Gait, no matter how we try and downplay it, is a major thing for the team. But we're going to try and, we've already refocused ourselves on having more guys step forward. You know, you can look at it as a loss or an opportunity, and we're trying to treat it as an opportunity for a lot of our players to take on more of a role, a bigger role, take a greater part of the scoring burden that we lose with Gary. And we're trying to make sure it's a positive, and guys accept that responsibility and are excited about the opportunity to sort of step forward and be a real force in the league. You're going to see a physical game. I mean, we're from day one, we've talked about the fact we want to move people around. We don't want people to establish themselves offensively. We want to be physical, not only on the ball carrier, but also guys without the ball, and take away the prime scoring areas. The front of the net should be wide open. So we're hoping to really be a physical team. We're hoping to be an athletic running team. Just like basketball, the best opportunities come in transition. So we're going to really look to push the ball because we've got a great set of athletes. We don't necessarily have, you know, guys who've been playing box lacrosse their whole lives, but as far as people who can run up and down the floor and tough people and good stick handlers, we have all that. And it's just a matter of putting guys in the right positions and having them make plays. That's what the league's about. You know, if you have guys who make plays, you're going to be successful.
Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse Flight 1998 is presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the National Lacrosse League.
Hey, buddy. I'll trade you my scarf for that last Bud Light. Come on. But the hat? That's fair. What more could you possibly want, huh? Oh. You got a raw deal.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I never said it was the last one.
Make it a Bud Light.
Did someone say Wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
You know how you hear some words and you think you've seen them before? Investments. Right. They manage money. Serious. And you see them again. Performance. Here. There. Not just any mutual fund. Yeah, that's it. Warburg Pincus Mutual Funds. They manage money. Right.
Warburg Pincus Family of Funds.
Relive Philadelphia's championship tradition on Comcast Sportsnet Classics, where unforgettable teams and players rise in triumph and shine in defeat. Comcast Sportsnet Classics, Philadelphia sports the way you remember them.
Get the most comprehensive recap of the night's news, highlights, analysis, features, and much more on Toyota Sports Night. Toyota Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
Kilgore to Hamlin. 30 to go. Shot
The Philadelphia Wings become the new winners of the North American Cup and the world champions of major indoor lacrosse.
Number one offense in there. Gary Gate looking for it. Gary Gate to win.
Philadelphia's been a great team, great experience for me, but I think moving to Baltimore is going to be a new challenge, an opportunity to bring, hopefully try and bring a team up in the ranks and get them to the championship.
Well, I'll take another look at that home opener. It's January 16th at the Core State Center. Gary Gate, now with the Baltimore Thunder, comes in to challenge Dallas Eliuk, Brian Volker, and the great defense of the Philadelphia Wings. You know, Tom Marechek now becomes a real key player on the offensive end of the field. Quint Kesnick spent some time as he warmed up Andy Piazza at the practice.
We got halftime activities. Tommy Marechek warming up Andy Piazza. Tommy, what are you trying to do here with this warm-up?
Just keep him moving side to side, post to post. First he wants to usually, you should shoot low on a goalie all the time, then work your way up.
You trying to score or you trying to work him?
Work him out first, and after like 5 minutes, try to score.
You're looking pretty sharp with those shots, Tommy.
You know, my old age is coming through.
That's the bread and butter right there, the near side. You're big on the near side these days, I've noticed.
Yeah, I am. Actually, I want to try switching it up. Got to switch there a few times.
Nice kick save for an American right there, the Pizza Man. Oceanside, New York, the Pizza Man.
North Carolina, nemesis of Syracuse, 91 in the Dome against me.
You still remember that?
I hate that game. That was the worst display our team's ever played.
I wouldn't let a guy like Marechek warm me up. Will you let him warm you up?
Syracuse guy, you know.
Got it. Carolina guy lets a Syracuse guy warm him up?
Sure, why not? We faced each other too many times over the years, so I figure, what the heck, we'll call it even.
Pete, you've come off the bench last year a couple times and done a great job. How do you stay focused on the bench while you're working all those substitutions?
Well, you know, you just enter the game. I mean, if I'm not actually physically on the field, you know, playing goal, that's a good way for me to keep my mind in the game, you know, because I'm concentrating on substitutions and watching the flow, creating fast breaks while people shoot the bench, as we talked about earlier. So, yeah, that allows you, but then you come off the bench with no warm-up. That's a tough one. You know, you're standing around for 50 minutes, you're kind of cold, so.
Andy Piazza, the Pizza Man, one of the favorites. You come out to a game at Core States, cheer him on.
I guess we get the picture now for the Philadelphia Wings on Flight 1998. It'll be a lot of great defense, a lot of hustling for all 60 minutes of the game. Let's take a moment and go back and talk to some of the players that are dedicated and determined.
We're with Bill Miller, 7-year veteran of the Philadelphia Wings. Bill, what's it going to take for the Philadelphia Wings to be successful in 1998?
Well, for me personally, I got to take on, you know, all the roles I've been taking on. A ground ball guy, man down guy, playing tough defense, going in the corners and getting the ground balls. But this year they're expecting a lot of us who have been around for a while to score goals, to take on some responsibility offensively and put pressure on the other teams offensively. So hopefully for a lot of us that fall into my category as like a grinder, ground ball defensive guy, start adding on the offensive end too.
You seem to be a guy who draws more fouls than anyone I know in the league.
That's because these skinny legs don't keep me up. I topple over easily.
Anytime you go to the net, it seems like you have guys draped over you and drawing the fouls.
Gary Martin says it's because I run sideways. I'm parallel to the floor when I'm running, so if somebody hits me, I fall down pretty easily.
Billy Miller, Hobart grad, his 7th year in the league, looking to take Philly to another championship.
The Philadelphia Wings have a lot of special sponsors they want to thank for this 1998 season as they look ahead. And right now, we will tell you that the official sponsors of the Philadelphia Wings are Holiday Inn, Express Rental Car, First Mainland Bank, Warburg Pincus Investments, Pepsi, Pizza Hut, Orthotech, The Lagoon, Binswanger Paints, DiNardo's Restaurant, NovaCare, and Slack's Hoagie Shack.
my car gets fixed today.
And my sink. And my furnace.
And my lawnmower. What? You idiot! You're gonna get us caught.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Eddie!
make it a Bud Light.
You know how you hear some words and you think you've seen them before? Investments. Right. They manage money. Serious. And you see them again. Performance. Here. There. Not just any mutual fund. Yeah, that's it. Warburg Pincus Mutual Funds. They manage money. Right.
Warburg Pincus Family of Funds.
Did someone say Wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
Get their most comprehensive recap of the night's news, highlights, analysis, features, and much more on Toyota Sports Night. Neil Hartman, Leslie Goodell, Michael Barkan, Pat Boyle, Derek Gunn, Pete Christie, and Dee Lynham bring you everything you need to know about your home teams. If it's Philadelphia sports you want, then it's Toyota Sports Night you need. Toyota Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
Let's take a moment now to give an inside look to the equipment of the National Lacrosse League. The rules around the helmet really involve the face mask, and it's all about player safety. For years, players were cutting out bars to allow themselves better visibility. Well, now that can't happen because any opening in the face mask has to be small enough that the ball cannot go through. Plus, see this double vertical here? That has to be in place so that none of the defensive checks can come through and hurt the player.
A Mill goalie cannot move the net to increase his chance of making the save. Check out Wings goaltender Dallas Eliuk as he hugs the post to his right. Notice as he dives across the crease to make the save, he pulls the net to create a smaller target. Another look clearly shows Eliuk's hand yanking the cage from its set position. This is a personal foul, a 2-minute penalty served by the goalie. Despite what you might think, there is a rule for checking a player from the rear. This is a legal hit by Marty O'Neill. Why? Because the angle of attack is from the side or front. The hit is below the neck and above the waist, and both players are within 5 yards of the ball. Now here is an illegal hit. The fast break rule is a little bit different. The player receiving the ball must have a full step after catching the pass. He didn't get it, therefore this is a penalty. I'm with Gabby Rowe, affectionately called the Goop by Philadelphia Wings fans. Gabby, when fans come out to games this year, what's going to be exciting? What's going to really get them turned on?
Philadelphia Wings are always about fast-paced, hard-hitting lacrosse. And as a fan to come out there and be able to see, you know, end-to-end running, end-to-end hitting, fighting, the whole package, I think that there's no other ticket in town that really packs a wallop like a Wings game.
You heard it right there firsthand from Gabby Rowe, the Philadelphia Wings.
No greater place to play in the National Lacrosse League than in Philadelphia, especially if you're a Wings player. The players really understand how great it is to play in front of the fans in Philly.
Philly's the best place to play. I mean, Buffalo's great, Rochester's great. Some other teams, the attendance is really getting there, but I think the fans in Philly are the best around. I mean, they definitely are the sixth man in our league. You know, they really do get in there and get behind us and really give us a boost. I mean, it helps playing there, and we love playing there.
The fans in Philadelphia are definitely excellent. My first 2 years there, I did not know what to expect, and you know, after a win, after a loss, they're always there supporting, they're always there cheering us on, you know, and they're always packing the house. It is almost a cult-like experience, but it's a good cult. But I would say it's one of the things that makes the Philadelphia team a very strong team.
We are here with John Nostrand, who after an 8-year career in the Indoor Lacrosse League is now the assistant coach for the Philadelphia Wings. John, you're in charge of the offense for Philadelphia. What can we expect this season?
Well, I think right off the bat, some of our young guys are going to have to step up. Greg Trainer, All-American from Virginia, who probably only played in a couple games last year. He's going to have to score some goals. Tommy Marichek's probably going to have to score 30 or 40 goals for us. Kevin Finneran, a world team player. Those three guys will be the nucleus of our offense.
You teaching your guys your lefty outside shot, which was so successful for you for all those years?
Yeah, we've been working a lot on shooting. Didn't shoot very well last week. But, you know, we got some guys that can finish, and I think as long as we take our time, we shoot smart, we should be fine.
What about transition or settled offense this year? What can we look for?
We're going to try to be a little more athletic this year, and I think we're probably going to go with 3 lines instead of running an offensive and a defensive line. So we're going to try to run the floor, score in transition, get back on defense, and try to out-athlete people.
Should be pretty exciting, Philadelphia, with a lot of their transition this season.
See, it says here you're lazy, highly unmotivated. You have a problem with authority.
Yeah, I've got 2 references that proves that.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you demand! You demand!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Technically, I can't give you a raise yet. You're right, policy, schmolicy.
Did someone say wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
Comcast Sportsnet has lined up a slam-dunk semester's worth of college hoops, featuring dozens of your favorite teams' games, from Thanksgiving to March, from the buzzer beaters to the school bands. Comcast Sportsnet brings the madness of March to life all season long. College basketball anywhere else is like school in the summer. No class. College basketball on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network. Get their most comprehensive recap of the night's news, highlights, analysis, features, and much more on Toyota Sports Night. Neil Hartman, Leslie Goodell, Michael Barkan, Pat Boyle, Derek Gunn, Pete Christie, and Dee Lynham bring you everything you need to know about your home teams. If it's Philadelphia sports you want, then it's Toyota Sports Night you need. Toyota Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse Flight 1998 has been presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the National Lacrosse League.
Lacrosse the Board, where we take an inside look at the subtle nuances and secrets of the sport. This week, the pick and roll. This is action from last week, number 93 in white. That's Chris Driscoll. You'll see his teammate down below. That's Brian Lemon come up and set a pick. Excellent pick right there, really blocking the defensive player. Watch now as Boston miscommunicates defensively. They both go towards the man with the ball, leaving Lemon alone in front for the easy goal. That's a nice example of the pick and roll. Here's some more action. This is New York on the attack going against the Philadelphia Wings. Number 1, you'll notice the pick is not as effective as it should be. Number 2, you'll notice that Philadelphia does an excellent job switching men here. Right there, they do a great job communicating, switching men, forcing New York down the side for the weak angle passer shot. 2 examples of the pick and roll. Pizza, things get pretty crazy over here working the door, huh?
Sure do. You know that, man. So especially when it's close in like this. It's not like the spectrum, but where you have a little bit more room. Here, it's kind of mass hysteria. It's kind of organized chaos, I think.
In football, you see the backup quarterbacks with their little clipboard. In lacrosse, you got to work the door.
Yeah,
it's a tough job. It's a tough job. See, like right there, you almost got your teammate killed.
Yeah. I forgot the hat though. That's the key ingredient to all of this.
So you're coordinating now line subs with your coach?
Tony will flash me and let me know what he wants to go up next, and he'll tell me if he wants to keep one up, one down, how the rotations are going to run. and then I kind of just run it from there to go 1s to 2s to 3s, face-off lines and specialty lines and so forth. So
it's an underrated art form because you can, if you have good substitutions, you can score some goals off of it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, you know, you can take advantage of the box position, you know, by shooting guys, creating fast breaks. You know, it's early in the season, so we're working on that where if we're on the defensive end and the guy shoots the box, we can shoot it from on the offensive end and be able to get an opportunity. So, I mean, it certainly, you see Buffalo and Rochester take advantage of it, and we're starting to do a little bit better job now.
Andy Piazza, the backup goalie for Philadelphia, serving as the bench coordinator of traffic. Quinn Kesnick with Chris Flynn of the Philadelphia Wings. Chris, Philadelphia historically has played excellent defense. What are you guys looking to do in 1998 defensively?
In 1998, we're looking to keep probably our goals against, you know, about eight goals. If we do that, then we should win all the ball games. We like to come out and set the tone right away, get a couple good shots in early on so that they know we mean business. Don't let the picks be set against us, and you know, just drive our guy and just be hard on the ground balls.
You really watch your games off the ball. You guys are so tough defensively. You're out there cross-checking these guys. It's tough for them to get in their offensive flow.
It is. We learn that in practice because we're really hard against each other in practice, and we realize that if we're that way against ourselves, we got to be that much worse against the opponents. And that's going to take them out of their game. They're going to be worried about us hitting them, and they're not going to be worried about scoring goals.
All starts with the defense for Philadelphia in 1998. We've got rookie Dave Stilley out of Duke University with us. Dave, you played field lacrosse last year with the long stick. Now you're playing indoor for Philadelphia. What are the differences for you right now as a rookie between outdoor and indoor?
Well, not to mention the difference in stick length. I mean, it's a lot more wrist, a lot more, you know, quick action with your stick. But everything you always wanted to do on the field as far as, you know, jacking people up and being physical, you're allowed to do in here because anything flies. And, you know, it's basically, in field lacrosse, it's a lot more team-oriented defense, whereas in box, you know, it's you and your man, and your job is to take him out any way possible, you know?
That physical style fits your style. Yes. For people who haven't seen you played, what are you going to bring to the field this year?
Well, hopefully, you know, I'll bring that physical intensity that, you know, I think I'm about, and I think our whole, you know, Philadelphia Wings organization sort of takes pride in being the most physical team out there. So hopefully we'll bring that to the court this year.
Dave Stilley, defensive rookie for the Philadelphia Wings. Leaf, I've got Dallas Eliuk, the best goalie in the history of the Indoor Lacrosse League. Dallas, what are your expectations for this upcoming season?
We're going to have to knock our goals against down at least a couple of goals now. That with Gary Gate gone, that's a big void to fill. So I think it's going to start in the defensive end. We're not going to blow teams out or outscore teams like we normally or like we used to do. Everything's going to be tooth and nail this year, and that means it's going to start in the defensive end, and that starts in the goal.
Starts with you. Are you feeling like you're ready for your best season?
Well, I certainly hope so. I'm still getting the bugs out now, but come that first game in Buffalo, I'll be ready to go.
Well, thanks for joining our preview of Flight 1998, the Philadelphia Wings in their quest for the first National Lacrosse League Championship trophy. Once again, here's the schedule. Make sure you get your tickets and join us at the Core State Center.
Get the most comprehensive recap of the night's news, highlights, analysis, features, and much more on Toyota Sports Night. Neil Hartman, Leslie Goodell, Michael Barkan, Pat Boyle, Derek Gunn, Pete Christie, and Dee Lynham bring you everything you need to know about your home teams. If it's Philadelphia sports you want, then it's Toyota Sports Night you need. Toyota Sports Night on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
Relive Philadelphia's championship tradition on Comcast Sportsnet Classics, where unforgettable teams and players rise in triumph and shine in defeat. Comcast Sportsnet Classics, Philadelphia sports the way you remember them.
teams have dominated indoor lacrosse in the 90s. The Buffalo Bandits, 3 times world champions. The Philadelphia Wings, led by Tom Marichek, have also won 3 times. Tonight, they will try to get by John Tavares and the great Buffalo team as they start the new season. The best is coming at you. You're looking at the Marine Midland Arena, and we are all set for a great indoor matchup of lacrosse. The hometown Buffalo Bandits taking on the Philadelphia Wings. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first year of National Lacrosse action. I'm Lee Felsmo, joined by Quint Kesenick. What a great matchup, Quint. The 2 traditional powerhouse teams.
Yeah, Buffalo's a franchise. They've won 3 titles in the 90s based on offense. A lot of transition up and down the floor. They can score goals. In Philadelphia, they got great defense and Dallas Eliuk in the nets, and they have won 2 championships in the 90s.
Well, now Philadelphia is minus their big star, 3-time MVP, Gary Gait, not on the roster this year.
40 goals last season. He led the team in goals and assists. His loss is monumental. Other players now have to step up and carry some of the scoring load for Philadelphia.
And one of the guys that will do that is Tom Marichek.
Marichek often benefited from Gary's dominance. He'd position himself down low, catch it and shoot. This year, he's going to carry the ball more often.
Tom Marichek can really go great behind the back or forehand. He's a right-hander who knows how important he is.
Yeah, it's going to be a good season this year, 98. I know there is going to be a little bit of pressure on me, but we got a lot of guys that can fill in and do the job for us this year, and I'm capable of doing a little bit more myself, but I think everybody else is also.
Now, when you look at the team from Buffalo, Quint, you look at a lot of guys that can score. One in particular, John Tavares. Watch him.
Tavares can burn you in so many different ways. He can dodge to the net for himself. He can feed, and he can work off of picks and a lot of screens in front. Look at his stats from last year. 37 goals, 29 assists for John Tavares.
And as we come out to the Midland Marina, Midland Arena, excuse me, the national anthems for both Canada and the United States.
From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, a nice crowd on hand as we see the Philadelphia Wings getting set. Their team gathering at the far goal. Defense so important to this team as they get around the goal. They will be defending in the first game of the National Lacrosse League. And I'll tell you, this thing is really setting up to be the best against the best. A couple of the rules that, if you don't know, make the game very simple. 4 15-minute quarters, 5 players on the field at one time. Of course, a goalie for each side. Substitution can take place on the fly, just like hockey. Personal fouls, usually 2 minutes. Major fouls, 5 minutes. If you get 10 minutes in fouls, you're out of the game. Overtime is a sudden death. Tony Resch, the coach for the Philadelphia Wings. What a great player he was at Yale, a national team player who went to Australia in '90 for the United States. He played for this Philadelphia Wings team for 6 years and was a great defensive specialist. Les Wakely on the other side, a first-year coach for Buffalo. He is now taking over a team that really has a storied history. Wakeling, though, in the major divisions of lacrosse in Canada, has coached 5 of the last 6 champions in major division lacrosse in Canada. The goalies, so important. Dallas Eliuk, first-team All-Pro, the best in indoor lacrosse. The pressure will be intense on Dallas Eliuk. And on the other end of the field, of course, you will see Ross Cowie starting in the nets. A good look at Ross here. He's 33 years old, a veteran for the Buffalo Bandits. He's been here every year. He'll split duties with Pat O'Toole. Here go the Wings to start 1998. Marechek's line in there as he digs down deep. Rogers looking for help up top. Tries to get some room. Oglesby gets hammered. And it was Govett, rather, coming in, getting pushed from behind. It'll be a possession call back to Philadelphia. Jacobs will be taking a lot of the face-off duties for the Philadelphia Wings. He returns from last year, All-American in Hopkins. Philadelphia with the first offense for 1998. Finneran, an All-Pro. Lefty likes that low outside shot, looking for room on the left-hand side. Gets double-teamed by Tavares in this shot as the shot clock winds down. Plenty of time, 15 seconds. Wide of the mark, Cowie gets it. Here comes Tavares and the Buffalo Bandits. So Ross Cowie does a good job of playing defense on the offense of the Philadelphia Wings. Leif Elsmo, Quinn Kesnick bringing you the first game of the 1998 season, the Wings against the Bandits. Luke, far side, big shot by Darius Kilgore, wide. Eliuk brushes it aside. Marechek's been on the field the whole time. Marechek goes down deep. They try to get it past Cowie, and Miller can't do it. Willie Miller from Hobart could not get it to go. And Quinn Kesnick, things are going pretty quickly. The possessions for Philadelphia really have to get better shot selection maybe than those first 2 possessions.
Well, that was a nice transition game by Philly. They broke Miller out of the box. They had the break. They've got to finish their shots. Without Gate in the lineup, you'd have to think that they're not going to get as many shots, so their shooting percentage has got to be a little stronger this season.
They're trying to make up 40 goals, the absence of Gary Gate. Dallas Eliuk had that one right on his body. He makes a save. In the crease violation. That goes against Shaden Santos. A nice pickup for the Buffalo squad. Quint, this team from Buffalo, a lot of different guys can come at you. Santos, a nice pickup for them this year.
Yeah, they have more speed this season. Last year they picked up some speedy guys, and this year they added to that. They've got Santos and Zaff and Squire. Much faster team than we've seen from Buffalo.
Casey Zaff, number 12, gets the ball back defensively as the new unit comes on. The first unit for Buffalo really is the unit you've got to watch out for. In close, Tavares! And Eliuk brushes it aside. He makes another save. Dallas Eliuk, very active, but making the big saves. And Quint, that's the kind of saves he makes, the acrobatic save. Here comes Tavares. In close, and another one. Tavares looks to be on top of his game, Q.
Tavares says Eliuk is also leaving. He's a master at baiting. He'll give you a portion of the cage. You go to shoot at that area, and then as you do, he slides across and he'll take it away at the last second. He's a very deceptive goalie.
Tavares on the shot, number 11 for Buffalo. Eliuk, of course, the first-team All-Pro goalie for the Philadelphia Wings. Wings now resetting. New look on the uniform, same bold colors as they bring it down. Trainer, All-American from Virginia, great left-handed shooter. Quint, that's what he likes to do in the field game. Maybe that's not a great shot indoors.
Not with all the interference in front of the net. He needs time and room, and he's got a really deceptive motion. He brings the stick way behind his head, and sometimes these Canadian goalies have a lot of problems with that motion.
Jason Luke, who had a knee operation weeks ago, gets goal number 1. They're going to wave it off. In the crease violation on Jason Luke. He showed some great athletic moves. This is a guy who had a knee operation, was only 70% 2 weeks ago. They didn't know if he would play tonight. He looked pretty quick there, Q.
Take a look at the replay. Luke, little spinning inside. You can see his right foot stepped in the crease. Good call by referee Bill Fox.
He'll be the chief referee tonight. Philadelphia still first quarter action. About 8 minutes left in this first quarter. No score. That last goal, the one that went in off of Jason Luke's shot in the crease, was the call. And now again, it's Philadelphia on the offense. Scott Gabrielson's lines in there. He's number 8. He's the team captain. Lines up along with Billy Miller. Working the near side. Kevin pushes that one back. The Wings, 30-second shot clock in force. Oglesby gets it into Trainer. Trainer going to the right hand. He's a natural lefty. Here he comes over the top. And Trainer gets first blood. Philadelphia scores first, 1-0. They lead. Tremendous push for Philadelphia. Trainer getting to his left. He loves the left, Quint. He really loves the left.
You give him time and room in front, he can whip that shot left-handed low against Cowie. In a scrimmage earlier this year against Baltimore, he had 4 goals, the same motion. Watch him bring the stick way behind his head and then let it go. 5-hole, beating Cowie between the wickets.
First career goal for Trainer. Only played 1 game last year. Tremendous athlete in the field game, as I mentioned, 2-time All-American for Virginia. One of the real solid acquisitions from Philadelphia. General Manager Mike French, Russ Klein, the owner. We'll have a chance to talk to him at halftime, by the way. Kevin Finneran, All-Pro, working the far side against Fennell. Maricek trying to get inside of Sanderson, can't quite do it. Back to Cowan, 1-0. Philadelphia leads here in the first quarter. 8 minutes left early in the game. Philadelphia stunning the Buffalo Bandits by taking the early lead. John Tavares now. He leads in every offensive category. He now carries the ball. Volker playing defense, number 6 on him. Big shot out front, and that was Richie Kilgore with the right hand. Ball bounces back. It'll go to Philadelphia. Quint, defense is the name of the game for Philadelphia this year, and they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, they have. Last year they had a real solid defense, letting only about 11 goals a game up. And this year, they think they have to even drop that into single digits. They feel that they've got to hold teams to about 9 goals to be competitive.
Billy Miller gets the ball over to Jacobs. Miller now working that left-hand side. He likes to dive. He's got good ability to shoot. Has never made huge numbers in the indoor game. O'Grady out front makes it a 2-0 game. The crowd is stunned as O'Grady gives Philadelphia a 2-0 lead with 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Super hustle by Billy Miller. Follows up his own shot and finds O'Grady cutting to the goal right-handed. Right there you see Miller with the feed, O'Grady with the shot. Pings the corner. Stick side beating Cowie. But Billy Miller took the original shot, got his own rebound, and looked in front.
Philadelphia 2, Buffalo nothing. And the crowd absolutely stunned. Buffalo returning most of their firepower. Accordingly, back healthy. He was injured last year. Gary Gate, 40 goals gone from Philadelphia. Yet, that team with the great tradition, the great work ethic, came in here. A big pep talk by Russ Klein before the game. And they are ready to play. A great big in front of the goal. Redirect shot, Tommy Fair. Quint, I don't know if he got a piece of it or not. I don't think he did. They tried to hit Fair, and Eliuk was looking for Fair to get it, and it goes in.
The ball was never touched. Watch Kilgore throws it in front. Fair on the back door cut, and the ball goes straight in the goal. Here it is again. Right there, that's the aftermath. We'll see who they give that goal to. I don't know if it was touched. The first replay I couldn't really see.
Didn't look like it was, Quint. It was a pass that Eliuk was looking for Fair to collect. He didn't. That'll make it a 2-1 game. Buffalo comes back within 1. Still first quarter action.
That's a good look at what Buffalo likes to do offensively, Leaf. They like to break players in front of the cage with a back door.
They really work into the crease a lot. They work it right in front of the goal. Very tough to defend it if they make that pass in front of Dallas Eliuk. 2-1 now the score. Again, they try to push it into the cylinder. This Buffalo team looking for rope all the time. This team can score from a lot of different ways. Here they go inside. Watch out, Eliuk. Looks like a shot clock violation. We'll go back to Philadelphia. Good defense played by the Wings. They lead 2-1. They scored the first 2 goals. 8:32 left in the first quarter.
That's going to be their focus right now, defense. But it was very important for them to get off to a good start in the first 5 minutes here without their superstar, Gary Gate. They need any confidence they can get, and I think these first 2 goals gave them a bit of confidence.
Trainer working the left-hand side. He already has 1 goal on the night. Moving pick violation. Looks like a little bit of a, I believe it was a moving pick call. It'll give the ball back to Buffalo. If you follow the indoor league, this is a new era. The National Lacrosse League, you can notice the spandex, the tight pants are gone. The baggy pants, a little more comfortable for the players, are in place. Ryan Sanderson comes in. Left-handed shot. Eliuk makes the easy save. Left-handed goalie Eliuk, first-team All-Pro. Trainer tried to get it. Buzza brings the ball down. This is a Penn State grad. One of the young players for the Philadelphia Wings. And a foul called. This is one of the areas, Quint, that really can benefit the Philadelphia Wings. If they can get into an advantage situation against Buffalo with penalties, and this penalty is against Buffalo, that will serve them well.
Les Wakely of Buffalo wants his team to be smarter. That time Buzza got himself cornered by 3 Buffalo Bandits, managed to draw the foul, though, and we'll see our first power play opportunity of the night. Kevin Finneran will be the point man.
Dean Ciccone going into the penalty box. Buffalo leads all teams over the last 6 years with penalty minutes. This team plays rough and tough. Finneran, point man up front. Marechek right there on the right-hand side. Back up to Finneran. They dish down low, backside, trying to get the easy shot. It was Denikin there who could not get it. Govett playing the low left-handed shooter's position. 7:26 left in the first quarter. Leif Elsmo, Quint Kesnick, National Lacrosse League action. Game 1 of this season with 2 of the traditional powerhouse teams. Hazen down on the ground, Quint.
He was boarded by Marechek. Not a penalty, but a possession foul right now, and Hazen's still down. Some of the Buffalo players over here right now talking to the Philadelphia bench. They're not happy with that boarding.
Les Wakely there on the sideline for Buffalo. And there will be a timeout on the field. Right now, though, Philadelphia leads the game 2-1. But when we come back, it'll be Buffalo with a chance to get their second goal. Stay with us.
Hey, buddy. I'll trade you my scarf for that last Bud Light. Come on. But the hat? That's fair. What more could you possibly want, huh? Oh. You got a raw deal.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I never said it was the last one.
Make it a Bud Light.
See, it says here you're lazy, highly unmotivated. You have a problem with authority.
Yeah, I've got 2 references that proves that.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you demand. You demand.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Technically, I can't give you a raise yet.
You're right, policy, schmolicy.
Tonight's National Lacrosse League action is brought to you by Bud Light and by Brine Lacrosse, the official equipment supplier of the National Lacrosse League. And the score 2-1 as we're back to the Marine Midland Arena. Leif Elsmo, Quint Kesnick, the Wings surprising the Buffalo Bandits with that 2-0 lead to start it out. Buffalo answers back with one of their own, and now they are in possession of the ball. Quint, it was an opportunity on the power play for Philadelphia. They really need to take advantage of those. They didn't really even get a good shot off.
Yeah, Govett went back door to Denikin, couldn't handle, and Marechek went for the loose ball, and he had problems with it also. When Buffalo fouls, and they foul often, last year they had 50 minutes more than the closest other team. Philadelphia must capitalize.
Philadelphia Bates just mugging on the interior of the cylinder. Accordingly, number 40, as he runs off the field, was tackled, but the ball will go to Philly. Philly doing a nice job of keeping Quarterly and company with pressure on the inside of that cylinder in front of the crease. Marechek tucks, rolls, goes back door, and they can't finish on Cowie. Nice job. Govett tried to sneak that one home. Marechek's got such a deft feel for the feeding. He can come behind his back. He's a natural righty, but it is really tough to read his feeds. And Quint, that was a good opportunity, one they typically score on.
That was just a sensational pass by Marechek. It almost looked like Govett was too close to the cage, and that he should have increased his angle by stepping to his left.
Jason Luke tried to feed accordingly again on the Buffalo offense. Luke again tries to get it in tight, and time again, they are pushing it inside. Finneran picks up the loose ball. Buffalo a little rusty, we might mention as you watch this game, all the teams with contract negotiations in a new league really didn't have the practice minutes they might normally have. Quint, those passes inside, normally Buffalo connects on those. They're a little bit rusty with the stick work at this moment.
Yeah, they are. It's early season, and they're still short-handed. But their offense is not in sync right now. Their half-court offense is not in sync. They're not generating the quality shots that is so typical of a Buffalo squad.
I would suggest that second quarter, third, fourth quarter, as this game progresses, you'll see them connecting on those passes to the interior of the defensive Philly, and that's when the trouble will start if they can get loosened up. Travis Kilgore, one of 3 Kilgore brothers from Niagara, New York, on this Buffalo Bandits team. Down low, Tavares looking to help, looking to feed, comes near side, and they give it to him. Tavares sneaks it in past Eliuk. He was looking for the feed, but he came near pipe. He ties the game at 2.
Johnny Tavares can beat you in so many different ways. Watch him here operating, just dodging, and he sneaks it between the legs of Eliuk. Nice defense by Volker right there. He's in good position, but Tavares just lets it rip. Eliuk gets a piece, but the ball dribbles in. We had a penalty off the ball in that last play. O'Grady's going to go to the box, Leaf. He's standing right next to you. And they're going to wave the goal off because they called the penalty and the whistle blew.
Well, a break there for Philadelphia. The goal does come off the board. It was
watch up top. You'll see O'Grady right there. Takes down Cordingly. The whistle blows about now, and then Tavares scores.
So maybe that's why the defense relaxed a little bit, Quint. Dallas may have heard the whistle, relaxed a little bit, but that goal does not count. And here they go with a power play. This is a lethal power play. You don't want to face this too often during the game. Darius Kilgore up top. Travis to his left. Down low is Tavares. He tried to sneak it in again. He was a little too far away to really make it an impact shot. And Philadelphia brings it down to kill some time. They'll try to take some time. The shot clock still in effect, even though they are a man short. There are 20 seconds on the shot clock. Eventually, they'll either dump it in the corner or take a shot and have to play defense again. Finneran taking on 2 and 3 players. Goes back to Cowie, and they'll reload that offense. Got that dish down low that Tavares had. He was about probably 6 feet farther out than he might want to finish that off quickly.
Yeah, I think he needs a stronger angle, especially like against a goalie like Eliuk. Conversely, Finneran has got to kill some time there. He lost the ball with about 12 seconds left on the shot clock. You want to kill.
Travis Kilgore, power play goal, and this game now is tied at 2. Philadelphia did a great job defensively, but now they work the interior. There they get it to Travis, and he just finishes over the corner.
Oh, he pinged the pipe from about 5 yards. Travis Kilgore is such an intimidating target in front. 6'4", 230 pounds. Tremendous stick skills, and he pings the pipe. He's the guy who only scored 4 goals for this team last year, Lee, but he has a world of talent. He gets his shots. I think he was kind of snake bit last year. I look for a big season from Travis Kilgore. If he gets things going, that power play unit's going to be unstoppable because he's got the other 2 Kilgores and Tavares.
Darius Kilgore, one of the only maybe 4 original Bandits still on the team, along with Johnny Tavares, who hasn't played a game without scoring a point, number 11. But that's Darius going in now. You've got Travis and Richie Kilgore on the same Buffalo Bandits team. There is Rich right now behind the goal. Comes in, tries to sneak it in, and cannot do it. Mind you, they are still a man up. Oglesby brings it down, gets shoved back. His trainer picks up the ball. 3:45 left, 2-2 the score. Philadelphia playing a man down still. Paul O'Grady in the box. Marechek cuts through, can't get it. Bergey. This is Bill Bergey, the middle linebacker for Philadelphia's son, Jake Bergey, who was an All-American at Salisbury. A great young talent for the Philadelphia Wings. Number 66, watch him. So they really take good time off the clock there. They do a nice job of burning up some time and give it back to Buffalo now. Still on the power play, working around. Good passing over to Darius Kilgore. Can't get it. Billy Miller, he's got a man open. Oglesby, fast break. Oglesby on Ross Cowie. Can't finish. Cowie makes the leg save, and Oglesby had the fast break, just didn't know how to put it away. Troy Cordingly does. He gets it in close, and they can't finish with Tommy Fair on the receiving end. Fast break action now as we get down to the last 2:50 of this first quarter. Game tied at 2. Down low to Tavares, and Eliuk makes a sensational save, brushing it away.
Looks like Tavares just wants to park himself on the backside and one touch that feed.
He's not making much of a movement down there. Tavares on the way to tonight's game, I tell you, had transmission trouble at the border from Canada and had a very frustrating trip to this game, so he may take longer than usual to get loosened up. Billy Miller gets it out to Jake Bergey. Jake, very strong. A real north-south kind of runner. Can go through two people. That shot wide to the right. Jake Bergey will be one of the guys that the Philadelphia Wings fans will like to watch develop this season.
Yeah, he's just a tremendous raw athlete, about 6'1", 220 pounds. He can run, 3-time All-American at Salisbury State. It'll take him a while to learn this indoor game and to become a scoring threat, but he certainly can make things happen with his speed and his size and his aggressive nature.
Still a power play on that major penalty to Paul Grady. Shot from out front, blocked down by Volker. They try to get a second shot in, can't do it. Jacobs can't pick it up cleanly, watch out. Looks like it'll be a push call, goes back to Philly, and they'll change people. Doing a nice job. Only one goal scored in the power play situation, and they've had it for about 4 minutes.
Precision passing there by Buffalo Leaf. They had the Philadelphia defense rotating. They were helter-skelter, but they didn't have the quality shot. Volker got his stick on that shot before it got to the cage. But that was a nice offensive series by Buffalo. They've just got to set themselves up for a better shot.
Finneran gets caught. He sets up a fast break by giving it away, and luckily the ball lands out of the reach. But now, here comes Buffalo. Steve Fennell picked it up and was cut off at the last moment, but Finneran almost gave him a point-blank fast break, and that would have been deadly. A lot of pressure on Dallas Eliuk. Score still 2-2. 1:16 left in the first quarter. 49 seconds left in this power play. Behind the back shot. And look at Dallas Eliuk making the huge save. Once he gets possession, you cannot interfere with him as Trainer brings it up. Greg Trainer has a goal already, his first of his career. Natural lefty now pushing in close, looking for help. Bergey stays back to play defense. Trainer eating up time, carrying, double teamed, looking for help. Like Finneran, he's a little bit of trouble and can't get the ball to anybody on his team. A push call, it'll go back to Philly, and that's a great one-man effort, Q, by a young kid, Greg Trainer.
Great effort. Not the smartest play, though. He's got to launch that ball into the corner. You do not want to turn the ball over when you're so far backfield. If he turns it over right there, Buffalo's got a fast break. You want to take that down low into the corner. So then if you lose it, your teammates have the opportunity to get back on defense.
Well, O'Grady's almost in. He's got 4 seconds left from the penalty and 30 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes O'Grady. They're back to full strength. Quint, I have to say that was a tremendous man-down series, only giving Buffalo one goal in that 5 minutes. Game tied at 2 as we are down to the final seconds of quarter number 1. From Buffalo, Ross Cowie brings it up. Tavares will have chance for one last shot. 4 seconds. He doesn't realize the time's winding down, and they get no shot. Finally does take one from well out of range. Dallas Eliuk and the defense of Philadelphia, they have done a tremendous job. They scored the first 2 goals. Buffalo tied it. It's 2-2 as we head toward the second quarter. Stay with us for National Lacrosse League action.
Honey, pinch me.
There is a place called paradise. I have seen the beauty of its islands, felt the warmth of its beaches, and heard my name whispered along its trees.
Leonard.
Oh, bummer.
Dreaming of a tropical island getaway?
Florida's Lee Island coast. Call for your free visitor's guide to the Fort Myers and Sanibel area.
From office work to housework to basic necessities like eating, we utilize our hands to perform an amazing array of activities. When our hands become impaired, it's a priority to restore them to maximum function. At NovaCare Outpatient Rehabilitation's many local centers, our trained hand therapists treat a broad range of conditions ranging from fractures to arthritis to carpal tunnel syndrome. For a NovaCare center near you, call 1-800-770-NOVA.
You know how you hear some words and you think you've seen them before? Investments. Right. They manage money. Serious. Then you see them again. Performance. Here. There. Not just any mutual fund. Yeah, that's it. Warburg Pincus Mutual Funds. They manage money. Right.
Warburg Pincus Family of Funds.
We're back in Buffalo. The score 2-2. It was Philadelphia scoring the first 2 goals of the game, and then it was Fair and Luke, and it was Darius Kilgore. Finally, that's Rich right there, but Darius Kilgore was the one who ended up coming in, and that's Darius feeding it in close. Travis puts it away. It was Travis Kilgore tying the score 2-2. It was a power play goal. The Kilgore brothers working beautifully together. The team comparisons show you from last year. First in scoring, Buffalo was, and Philadelphia third, but they lost 4 goals a game with Gary Gate coming out. He is the defensive end of that equation. Goals allowed, only 11 for Philadelphia last year. They have to better that. Look at 15 goals allowed per game by Buffalo. They have to get better to compete this year. Maricek, Tavares, the 2 go-to guys. And that is the way they stack up team against team. The 2 traditional powerhouses of indoor lacrosse as we open the National Lacrosse League season. Luke Felsbo along with Quinn Kesnick. Go ahead, Q.
Denikin's in the box lead for the slash that occurred right before halftime. He'll be in there for 2 more minutes. So Philadelphia right now, they're hurting themselves with penalties. They had that O'Grady 5-minute jobber, and now they got Denikin in there for 2 more.
Well, that will kill them if they continue to do that, because this is a team that can be explosive on the power play. Rich Kilgore, the trigger from up top. Darius to his left for the right-handed shot. That's Travis. 3 Kilgore brothers up top. It is really impressive tonight. 1 for 2. They've had 2 chances, but one of those chances was a long 5-minute chance. It was tremendous. When you add them together, it was almost a 5-minute shot for them. Here goes Philadelphia trying to kill time. Volker down low. They can finish. O'Grady tried to. It was the stick that hit the net. It looked like a goal, but it was the stick.
That was his stick. They were screaming for a goal here on the Philadelphia sideline, but that was Cowie's stick that hit the net. O'Grady pinged the pipe. Nice ball movement there by Philadelphia. They recognized that they had the 3-on-2 opportunity, moved it for the layup, but O'Grady hit the pipe.
So you got the Kilgores up top. You got Courtney for the right-handed shot down low, and Tavares for the left-handed shot. Tavares comes into the middle and gets a low shot to fall. And Buffalo, with 3 straight goals, takes a 1-goal lead early in quarter number 2.
Again, on the power play, they feed the middleman. Earlier, it was Travis Kilgore. This time, it's Tavares. They're just kind of posting that man, sliding him into the seam. Gabrielson gets there, but a little late as Tavares gets that lefty liner past Eliuk.
Hard to believe that he could stand there for as long as he did, but Tavares snuck up from down low, and Quint, the first couple times, he wasn't moving at all in the extra man. Then he came up underneath of Gabrielson, surprised him, got that good shot.
I think they're trying to break down the Philadelphia box or diamond by sending a man through the interior. That forces the players to step up and play that man, which will then open the seams. So right now, Philly's going to have to cover that man in the middle. Look for the guys down low to be open after that.
So 2 power play goals gives Buffalo the lead. We could have predicted that that would be trouble for this team if they get into a war of power play opportunities. Buffalo just too lethal to give them that many shots.
Buffalo
3-2, Buffalo leads. Now here comes their offense. Zach, the young kid. And this is the 3rd line. Santos, Manel. They try to get him past Eliuk, cannot do it. Timmy Rogers. All the way down, looking far side. Maricek coming in close. Maricek finishes. Great shot by Tommy Maricek. He came blowing in from the left-handed side. He's a right-handed natural shooter, and Rogers saw him all the way. That ties the game in 3. Take a look, Q.
This is a great example of what Philadelphia's got to do to win this game. Get the ball up the field in transition. Tommy Maricek gets clubbed, absolutely mauled from behind the back of the head. Watch it right there. and sticks the ball in the corner. 28 goals last season. That's his first of the year from Rogers, who got the ground ball and got the transition game going.
Game tied at 3, 12:30 left in the second quarter. Up front, watch out, a finishing shot. It was low by Oglesby, and Oglesby taking another shot there. Quint and I were talking about shooting. It seems like the rookie shooters make that mistake. They go low too much, Q. He had a good opportunity to go from one of the corners.
He tried to beat Cowie 5-hole. Cowie's one of the taller goalies in the league at about 6'3".
Buffalo fast break, watch out, can't get it. Rich Kilgore, it gets deep into the corner. Let's take a look at the keys to the game for Philadelphia. You've already seen some of these in practice, but they've got to stay out of the box. They will not win a war of power play goals. Then they have to push the transition. You saw that Merchek can finish on this transition. And they have to shut down the first line of Buffalo. Accordingly, Kilgore, Tavares, Kilgore, and Squire. That's the first line. If they keep them to 5 goals or less, they're going to have a great chance. That's a tough order. Bates working the far side. Fennell playing defense, but Bates is very quick and gets inside him. Game tied at 3. Second quarter action, 11:30 left. Push call, ball goes back to the Buffalo Bandits. Quint, this far into the game, you've got to say that it's a tremendous uplift to this Philadelphia team that they're playing toe-to-toe with this Buffalo squad. And look at the hit. That's the kind of play they need to be successful without the big guy, Gary Gait.
It comes down to playing defense first, supporting Dallas Eliuk, scoring in transition, finishing those one-on-one opportunities that they have against Cowie. And then they got to stay out of the box. Buffalo is so tough on the power play. They've got 2 power play goals already.
Dallas Eliuk brushes by that shot from way outside. Here comes Philadelphia. Great speed. Far side Trainer. Trainer's open. Can Oglesby give it to him? No. Oglesby takes the shot and it goes wide. He gets nailed from behind, and that will come with a little bit of experience. A guy like Oglesby, a great All-American in North Carolina, learning how to finish. Here he comes. He had a man to his left. He took the shot with the right hand off the pipe, off the boards, and comes back. Quint, he was going to get more shots this year. A guy like Oglesby, the great talent that he is, should be able to learn a lot and be much better 2-3 games down into the schedule.
Yeah, this is his 15th game he's played. This is his 3rd season. He played for a year in Charlotte. In 14 games, he's scored 7 goals in his career. But already in this game, he's had 3 quality shots. Got to start to finish some of those shots. You can see how his speed is real weapon, Lee. Philadelphia's doing a great job right now going from defense to offense. Their team speed right now it's very apparent that it's superior to that of Buffalo.
They feel like they can be as physical and as fast as anybody in the league. They want this kind of speed to hold out through the 4th quarter and pay great dividends against other teams in the league. 3-3 the score, 10-16 left, quarter number 2. Ryan Volker, number 6. Great defensive specialist, much like his coach Tony Resch was, the same Wings team. Working inside, diving play by Bergey, and Bergey makes a nice move to get his first goal of his career. Jake Bergey makes it a 5-3 lead. No, I'm sorry, 4-3. The first lead again after Buffalo came back, 4-3.
Great call by Mike Ventura. Bergey's not even close to being in the crease here. This is a super goal. He just tucks it underneath and dives across. Russ Cowie argues, but we have the best angle in the house, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Jake Bergey, first indoor lacrosse league goal right there. Super effort. You can see the explosive speed that he has as he just turns it on.
So 2 straight goals, one by Merchek on the transition, one by Bergey on a tremendous diving effort, gives Philadelphia the lead back at 4-3. This team playing scrappy. And you've got to say, Quint, they have a mental edge at this point just because they're playing so physical. They don't have Gary Gait, and they are really doing a great job.
Well, if they can get scoring from their 2nd and 3rd line, they're going to do real well. And right now, Bergey and O'Grady are on the 2nd line. They've got 1 goal apiece. And Trainer has scored, and he's on the 3rd line. So that's important for them to get a balance of scoring. You mentioned earlier about 8 or 9 different players need to score.
Look at the defensive play by Bergey, Q. He just went down and scored. Then he made a great play accordingly, defensively right there. This young rookie will be exciting to watch. Number 66, Jake Bergey. Bill Bergey is his father, played for the Philadelphia Eagles, a hero in Philadelphia. Shot by Trainer. He loves the left and takes that one right. Watch out, Oglesby coming down, try to pick up Rich Kilgore. Kilgore! And finish against Eliuk. And the defense for Philly picks it up. Eliuk has been just quietly sensational, as he always is. Bates, Trainer, Down low, they tried to finish from in front. Trainer had a shot, gave it up. Pile of players.
Gabrielson got dumped on that 3-on-2. Philadelphia counterattacked very effectively right there. Eliuk makes the big save. They go from defense to offense. Gabrielson had problems with it, and then he is absolutely mauled from behind.
Scott Gabrielson, number 8, team captain. This will be his last year. He is a veteran that shows true leadership to the great tradition of the Philadelphia Wings. He's played in 92 consecutive games, including the playoffs. A tremendous leader playing his last season. Scott Gabrielson, the first All-American from Vermont in the game of lacrosse.
And maybe the last.
Another power play opportunity for the Philadelphia Wings. Spinner on the trigger from up top. Marchek shot, and they hit it low. Back door, they go no angle at all. Denikin tried to shoot it near side on Ross Cowie. You can see 0 for 1 with 3 chances. Not many shots. You get 3 chances, only the goose egg on 1 opportunity. Accordingly now, some resets. They're a man down, Buffalo is. They'll try to kill time. And Quint, Buffalo does it as well as anybody. They kill time, and they are lethal when they're a man short.
Man down defense. On offense, they're so good, Leaf, because you extend your defense when you have your extra man, and they pull the string. They do the backdoor cut more effectively than anyone they can handle in traffic. So you think you have them. Your man cuts to the goal as you're staring at the ball. Next thing you know, they have a shorthanded goal. We've seen that many times.
There you see the grab right there by Buffalo. That was what was called against them, and it goes back to Philadelphia. They are still in the power play 5-on-4 situation. Govett, back door to Denikin, who can't finish. That's an easy finish if they can make the connection. Marchek looking for help. Finneran up top. Low shot. It goes right into the gut of Ross Cowie. Timeout called by Bill Fox. He's going to send everybody over. And it'll be a timeout on the field as both teams take to the benches. Tony Resch in Philadelphia getting his troops in. They lead 4-3. And they enjoy 2 straight goals to take that lead. We'll take a short break and come back to Buffalo with the Philadelphia Wings surprising Les Wakely and the Buffalo Bandits.
It's coming to Philadelphia for its only East Coast appearance.
It's the award-winning International Championship Rodeo.
Featuring 6 exciting contest events, plus camel racing,
Wild and wacky ostrich racing,
dancing horses, daring comedy bullfighters,
plus the Western harmonies of the Sons of Tennessee.
You've seen it on TV. Now see it live. Don't miss all the thrills, chills, and spills January 30th through February 1st at the Core State Spectrum.
Join the fun. Get tickets now
at the Core State Spectrum and Ticketmaster.
Or charge by phone.
Did someone say Wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
Helpful hint from Ray Schaefer Plumbing. Extremely hot water can cause severe burns in seconds. Set your water temperature between 120 and 125 degrees. Preventing problems saves time and money. So does finding a good plumber. Family run for 4 generations, people have been relying on Ray Schaefer since 1925. Our professional staff can handle any job, and we have the personal commitment to do that job right. Ray Schaefer Incorporated. We're your neighbors. You can count on us.
It's a tremendous once-in-a-lifetime. Red Hill Ford 97 Contours and Mercury Mystiques are drastically reduced, now from $11,995. Choose from 10 in stock. Red Hill Ford 97 Taurus GL and Mercury Sables are now priced from $13,995. 7 to choose from, so hurry and save. Save today on 97 Ford Contours and Mercury Mystiques. Save today on 97 Ford Taurus GL and Mercury Sables. Red Hill Ford, Route 29 Red Hill, serving eastern Pennsylvania for 70 great years.
We're back at Buffalo with the Wings lead, 4-3. Did someone say Wings? Well, get your hands on the Wings season tickets now. Operators are standing by. Call 215-389-9464 now to get in on all the terrific action of Philadelphia Wings Championship Lacrosse. The number again, 215-364-9464. And I tell you, the first ticket will be a hot one because Gary Gait comes to town with Baltimore. That's the 16th. You can watch Gary Gait bring his Baltimore Thunder team in and root these Wings players on to take care of business against the Baltimore Thunder. But right now, folks, you're watching up here in Buffalo. You're seeing the Buffalo Bandits regrouping 4-3. They are down to Philadelphia. Tavares takes a shot from outside. They're still a man short, so he was just eating up some time. Now the man down unit comes down and gets reset. Here, Tony Rush saying great job. They reload on the Philadelphia offensive end. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Rosa playing defense up top. Trainer, underhanded lefty. He tried to get it to Govett for the finish shot, couldn't quite do it. Team's at even strength. Bergey. 5-on-5 now, shot clock at 23. Veteran reloads on the left-hand side. Veteran lefty tried to use a great screen up front to get a blind shot on Ross Cowie. Didn't quite connect. It'll be 4-3 still the score as Buffalo brings the ball down. Quint Buffalo's goalie situation been a little unsettled the last 12 months, but Ross Cowie's been very tough.
Ross Cowie's been steady. Last year he had a solid season, nothing spectacular. Played solid actually against Philadelphia. At Philadelphia, came off the bench in relief when Buffalo beat Philly. 1996 was Pat O'Toole's year relief. He was the MVP of the championship game. And he really struggled last year. O'Toole was cheddar cheese last season.
O'Toole on the bench right now. He'll get a lot of playing minutes this year with Ross Cowie. But still hasn't regained the form that he had as MVP of that championship game in '96. In front, Jacobs gets roped. Jacobs makes it a 5-3 game. They work the ball behind, came far side to Jacobs. The guy who doesn't put a lot of numbers up is doing exactly what Philadelphia wants, Quint. A lot of different guys contributing to the offense.
That's the second feed from behind we've seen against this Buffalo team that's connected. Remember, O'Grady took a feed earlier, and that's Jacobs taking a feed from O'Grady. So Peter Jacobs, no goals last season, really a defensive and a face-off specialist, gets his first goal on his first shot in 1998. There he is, Peter Jacobs, probably the tallest player in the league, 6'5", 6'6", puts the ball between the legs, actually off the left foot of Ross Cowie.
And Jake Bergey takes a seat next to me. The Philadelphia Wings rookie gets a penalty on the play. So it'll be a power play situation now for Buffalo. They're down by 2, 3 straight goals. Maricek, Bergey, Jacobs gives Philadelphia the 5-3 lead. Tony Resch, very, very intense, stressing defense, and Tony Resch is all about defense, Quint. That's where he made his name.
That's where it starts for Philadelphia. Resch played here for 6 years. He knows what it takes. And they stress defense. If you're on this bench, you constantly hear them say, fellas, take care of defense first, and then we'll worry about playing offense.
A lot of pushing and shoving. Just want to let you know that Casey Zath, as you look at the fights, this will put guys in the box for a lot of time, folks. 2 different fights, and this is major time in the box. It'll be 5 minutes for each guy. If you go in as a third man, you're out of the game. It's a major. Bergey is in. You're going to see a lot of penalty box minutes now. 5 minutes for each guy. I tell you, the mistake was made on the far side by Clay Squire. The young kid got his helmet off and he got ripped.
And he was lucky Oglesby didn't drop his glove. Oglesby was pounding Squire in the face with his glove on. It doesn't hurt very much. These gloves are nice and soft. And he's lucky. Oglesby, really not known for his fighting ability, but he let it go with Squire. I tell you, fighting league is so exhausting. You'll see these players come down and sit next to you and how tired they are.
Take a look at the monitor here, folks. You see where all the starts happen. Up in front there, you've got one fight going. Then another fight breaks out. You've got 2 distinct fights going. Meanwhile, Zapp was in the box with Bergey. So a lot of different players now taking some breaks in the penalty box. These 2 teams have fought so many championship games. No love lost here.
That's Gabrielson and Fair right there in front of you. Fair giving them the undercuts. Gabrielson working the right hook. It'll be interesting to see here if they get these Buffalo players for grabbing the face mask, because that is a 5-minute automatic foul if you grab the opponent's face mask. And certainly, Tom Fair and Squire both grabbed the face mask of the Philadelphia Wings.
Well, Scott Gabrielson has a huge cut on his face, Quint. He is bleeding profusely from above the eye where that soft tissue is. He's got a lot of blood coming down. He has to leave the arena floor to get that blood stopped. And I don't know if he'll be able to come back fighting quite a serious crime here in the indoor league.
It'll be interesting to see Bill Fox now talking to the captain.
Well, we're going to try to sort all this out for you. Look at Quint Kesnick on the sideline of the bench. I'm over here in the penalty box. Quint's on the bench with Philadelphia. We're down here in the action, keeping you close to this game as we look at Bill Fox trying to get this all straightened out. We've got two guys, Oglesby and Bergey, in the box. Squire and Saff on the other side with Tommy Fair. Gabrielson out too. So 3 players from each team out of the game. And active players, you've still got a 5-on-5 situation. So the players that have infractions will be sitting. Meanwhile, Buffalo puts one home. Darius Kilgore comes on top of Eliuk, and he makes it a 5-4 game. Quint, you don't want to get in a fighting war with this team in Buffalo. Look at Darius picking it up inside.
That is such a typical Darius Kilgore backdoor cut. He's deceptively quick. You go out to cover him, and you think, hey, this guy's big. How quick can he be? He's one of the quickest players. He's got a great change of direction. Took a half step to the outside. O'Grady went for the fake, and he pulled the string on him. Caught it. Was not a great pass, but he caught it down low and then beat Eliuk. He had all day. That's a typical Buffalo play where they clear the middle of the floor and make those backdoor cuts. We've seen it time and time again. You've got to be aware of those backdoor cuts.
This is Jacobs against Rich Kilgore to face off. Jacobs gets the ball out, but it was Buffalo who came in and got the ball. And Tony Resch wants to get some kind of ruling before the face-off, so that will be refaced. Resch livid on the sideline. Darius Kilgore, 1 goal, 2 assists in this game so far. 5-4. Philadelphia leads in the first half. Scott Gabrielson off the floor with a terrible, terrible cut that he is having some attention given to. Meanwhile, counting Gabrielson, there are 3 wings in the penalty box. There are 3 Buffalo Bandits in the penalty box. Bill Fox trying to get things straightened out. He comes over to our side. Here we are right in the penalty box as a look at it, Bill Fox and company. So on the faceoff, Tony Resch caught that infraction. Les Wigley, the new coach of the Buffalo Bandits, there behind Travis Kilgore. This game started off with 2 goals by Philadelphia. Then it was 3 straight by Buffalo to give them a 3-2 lead. Then 3 straight for Philly. They were ahead by 2. Darius Kilgore answers, narrows the margin to 5-4. Philadelphia trying to keep things in single digits as they stress defense this year in the absence of Gary Gate, league MVP, now in Baltimore. Jacobs facing off again against Kilgore, and he gets off to the wing. Really controls the face-offs beautifully. Quint Kesnick, alumni of Hopkins, and so is Jacobs. Followed in the boards by Cowie. Watch Jacobs take one out front. And Jacobs gets it, Ross Cowie, and beats him, making it 6-4. Quint, that started with Ross Cowie coming out to make the hit, and he was out of position on that shot.
Not a particularly smart play by Cowie right there. He corners the Philadelphia player, but Bates does such a great job eluding the traffic, getting it to Jacobs. 5-hole beats Cowie.
Cowie not really set, came out from that big hit, comes out a little high, not really set again, and Jacobs knew that, put a lot of firepower on that low shot. 6-4 the score. We've got about 3 minutes left in the first half. Lee Belsmo, Quint Kesnick, National Lacrosse League action at its best. We've got the Buffalo Bandits hosting the Philadelphia Wings, who have that 2-goal lead. They tried to bounce it into Cordingley. Again, feeding the cylinder. Darius Kilgore cannot pick it up. It'll be a backcourt violation. It goes beyond midcourt. Shot clock down to 15. Plenty of time. Asen can't get it. Bergey can't either. Number 40, who was such a great compliment to John Tavares. Tried to dish it out. Shot clock evaporates down to 0, and here comes Philadelphia. Quint, you've got to think that Buffalo a little bit stunned that Philadelphia, or Buffalo's a little stunned, yes, that Philadelphia has really controlled the tempo, made this a defensive struggle, a slugging fest, and have commanded the scoreboard. 6-4. 4 goals is nothing for the Buffalo Bandits.
I think Philadelphia is working harder right now than the Buffalo Bandits. You look at the shots on goal right now. Philadelphia has 23 shots on goal. Buffalo only has 17. You're getting more of the ground balls. You're getting more opportunities, and that's why they lead.
And that's the script that Tony Resch, General Manager Mike Hughes, that's what they wanted to implement to this year's team. Go back to the real hard work ethic. Not that they never didn't have that work ethic, but it became so much more important this year without the 4-goal-a-game guy, Gary Gait. John Tavares, number 11, looks to dish off to Travis inside. A lot of pressure at the Ciccone. Get it back to Tavares, who takes a shot because the shot clock was winding down. Eliuk picks it up easily, and here they go. Moving the ball down. Shots, as we mentioned, 23 for Philadelphia, 18 for Buffalo. So Philadelphia out shooting Buffalo, and that is a great testament to their defense. We're going to get a timeout by Philadelphia. They'll call a timeout with 2:55 left on the first half clock. Tony Resch pulling everybody over. Gary Martin behind him. Johnny Nostrand, one of the great offensive stars, right there with the blue shirt. Got red hair. He was an offensive star that is now part of the coaching staff. 6-4 the score, and definitely jubilation and pride working on the Philadelphia side as Les Wakely tries to get his team on track offensively. But this team has done all the hard work, has things going their way, leading by 2. And stunning, I think, this proud Buffalo Bandits team.
And it's been the second line for Philadelphia that's done the damage. Bergey with 1, Jacobs 2, and O'Grady with 1. That's 4 goals. Marichek's got 1, and Trainer on the third line has 1. But really, you talk about guys stepping up right now, and it's guys like Peter Jacobs and rookie Jake Bergey.
You see the team there meeting under the tutelage of Resch, but that's exactly right, Quinn. When you look on that line, you don't know if you're going to get any goals at all. Peter Jacobs didn't score at all last year. He only took 5 shots. He gets the 2 you talked about. Bergey, a talent, but how good can he be? Well, he scored already, and O'Grady has really grown in this indoor game and is coming up with a big goal today. Dallas Eliuk, as you see him get back in position, knows full well that he is counted on to make probably every game his absolute best. We'll have a chance to talk to Dallas Eliuk at halftime about his thoughts on 1998. Meanwhile, we're back to the closing moments of the first half. Finneran comes in and just finishes off himself against Cowie. Cowie getting rattled a little bit. 7-4 now, and that is 2 straight goals. Finneran scoring his first of the game. 5 of the last 6 scores are from the Philadelphia side. Watch Finneran come in, fakes the far side. Watch him fake the far side to get Cowie to open up some room. Fake far side, opens up the room, comes near pipe, and goes right in the corner. Great job by Kevin Finneran to open up the near pipe with that fake. And not a lot of bodies on defensively for Buffalo. 3-goal lead. Darius Kilgore comes down, and Eliuk makes the big save. Tremendous job by Eliuk. Getting the ball out of the net. Johnny Tavares takes it behind. We've got 2:18 left in the first half. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Tavares behind the goal. He tried to bounce it off of Eliuk. That time, Darius tried to literally bounce it off the back of Eliuk and put it in the goal. He didn't quite get it over the pipe.
Wouldn't have counted anyway, Leach. You cannot score from behind the goal line.
Travis Kilgore cannot get it past Eliuk. And here goes Philadelphia. They are in control. They lead by 3. You can believe that. Major fight this quarter, and since then, it's been 2 goals for Philly and 1 for the Buffalo Bandits. Have not seen Gabrielson back on the field. He had a tremendously bloody cut over his eye in that soft tissue area on his left eye. Shot from out front by Darius Kilgore. Ross Cowie comes up high to get it. Jason Luke comes back to get it, and it's okay. Luke pushing in. This is a guy who had an operation this year on his knee. It's his first action. Has not had a chance to practice with the team that much. Hard shot by Rich Kilgore. Bouncing around, and Eliuk comes up with the loose ball. Billy Miller looks to the out of the box, Maricek. Maricek to the left corner, and he's got the 8th goal of the game. Philadelphia leads by 4, 8-4 over the Buffalo Bandits. And Quint, you've got to know they're stunned on the Buffalo side.
Again, terrific transition offense. They get the ball down the floor quickly to Maricek, and he beats Cowie. Cowie hasn't made a save in a couple minutes here. Philadelphia all over Buffalo right now.
Well, these goalies in Buffalo have had inconsistent seasons, and this is what can happen when you put a lot of rubber in the net there. They get shaky, and you've got to make a change. So we'll watch and see how long Cowie goes. And another goal comes down. He's lost his grip as Jacobs gets his 3rd goal of the game. Jacobs, no goals last year, 3 this game. The game now is 9-4, a 5-goal lead for Philadelphia. 4 straight and 7 of the last 8. Watch Jacobs off the faceoff come down and just burn Ross Cowie, who is literally off his game.
Jacobs had last year, 2 years ago, he scored a couple goals. Last year, none. It seemed like he lost his shooting confidence. He didn't dress in all the ball games. Right now, he feels very confident. He's got that great overhand motion, and he's about 6'6".
And Quinn at halftime, our Bud Light half, we've got Russ Klein, owner of the Philadelphia Wings. Also an interview with Dallas Eliuk, and of course, highlights and stats all coming up in our Bud Light halftime. But what a game for the Philadelphia Wings. They lead by 5. They are stunning everybody. This is a team playing without Gary Gait, and they are getting more confidence as they go along. A lot of guys rising to the occasion. Bates looks up front to Finneran. Less than 30 seconds in the first half. This team is really shocking the Buffalo crowd. Finneran coming in, loses the ball. Could be a fast break the other way, but picked up by the Wings. Still loose. Govett can't get it. 15 left in the first half. It'll go to the Buffalo, oh, wait a minute, penalty. We've got a penalty on the Buffalo Bandits. I think Steve Fennell will go to the box. And Buffalo, again, looking at a man-down situation. There's been the transition. We talked about the keys. Transition was critical. Philadelphia has pushed transition, and they've got a real snowball effect going on, that shaky goalie situation, the Cowie-O'Toole thing. Cowie started off strong, but right now he is struggling.
Philadelphia's put their last 4 shots in the goal. Jacobs with 2, Finneran with 1, and Maricek with 1. And their quickness is very apparent right now. They're just generating more opportunities. They're playing solid defense, and then they're just attacking Buffalo, not letting them set up on defense, getting second shot opportunities. That last possession, they didn't score, but Bates was running around the cage, and he must have gotten 3 or 4 of his own rebounds. So you can see that's where the speed and the quickness of this Philadelphia Wings squad pays off. They're just outworking the Buffalo team right now.
National Lacrosse League action, Les Wakely and the Buffalo Bandits there a little bit concerned. If you are a Wings fan and watching part of our coverage on Comcast, you can get season tickets for the Philadelphia Wings. 215-389-9464 for Wings season tickets. Operator standing by right now. Call them. This team's exciting. 1 half gone in the season. They lead by 5. A Gary Gateless team is stunning Ross Cowie and the Buffalo Bandits. You folks up in state New York, don't lose faith. This team from Buffalo, a lot of firepower and a whole half to go. Maricek working behind. 7 seconds left. They've got to get a shot off. They take one, gobbles it up. That will end the first half. Ross Cowie, a great job of taking that shot, and that'll wind down half run. But it was 7 of the last 8 goals, 4 straight. 2 by Jacobs, 1 by Finneran, 1 by Maricek to give Philadelphia a commanding lead. 9-4 is the score as we stand. And that's where they stand as they end the first half. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we have a quick interview and a halftime show for you. Stay with us from Buffalo.
Hey, buddy. I'll trade you my scarf for that last Bud Light. Come on. But the hat? That's fair. What more could you possibly want, huh? Oh.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you
I
down,
never said it was the last one.
make it a Bud Light.
Let's see. It says here you're lazy, highly unmotivated. You have a problem with authority.
Yeah, I've got 2 references that proves that.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you demand! You demand!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Technically, I can't give you a raise yet. You're right, policy, schmolicy.
Welcome back to the Marine Midland Auditorium. A fantastic halftime as our Bud Light halftime gets going for 1998. An excellent interview with Dallas Eliuk coming up. He is the star of the Philadelphia Wings, of course, the first-team All-Pro goalie. But first, let's talk to Russ Klein, the owner of the Philadelphia Wings, and really the godfather of this indoor game. Russ, the Wings team has a lot to look forward to.
No question about it. This is a tough place to come and open up in Buffalo, and this is our 12th season, Leaf, you and I together here, and I am very proud of this Philadelphia Wings team. We have had a very difficult time merging the new concepts, but I'll tell you, we have a team that I talked to them tonight before the team meal. We talked about our goals. Our goal is to put a diamond in the middle of this ring right here, and we're going to win. We've got a commitment to that. We have the greatest fans in all of lacrosse. Even though I was responsible for all of the teams in lacrosse up until this changeover, I'll tell you right now, there are no greater fans than there are in Philadelphia, and this is a historic first. We've never broadcast a live game of a Philadelphia game back to the fans there, and I'll tell you, our players are ready for it. They're excited, and I think it's going to be a giant step forward for the Philadelphia Wings team.
Yeah, Russ, the team is exciting. The team has a lot to look forward to, and the tradition, as you said, really unparalleled. Buffalo has a great tradition, but the Philadelphia Wings really set the tone in indoor lacrosse. Now, everybody has to know about the Gary Gates story. He's missing from this year's roster.
No question about it. Gary, we tried to sign Gary. We'd love to have had him on our team. Bottom line is, Gary, because of family commitments, other situations, did not want to be a Philadelphia Wing. We don't want people on our team that don't want to be a part of our organization. I'll tell you that to a man, I've talked to players, they're ready to step up, they're ready to play, they're ready to take that place. It's no different than if a major player on your team gets injured. You either can do it and be a team. This is a team sport, and I believe that guys like Tommy Marichek and Kevin Finneran and Dallas and these guys are going to step up. We have some exciting young rookies. I believe that the Philadelphia Wings will fill the gap. It'll be a different kind of a team, but it will not as much be built around one player. It'll be built around a more exciting kind of an offense. Tony Resch and the coaching staff has assured me that we have the players to get it done, and I believe it.
Russ Klein has always brought excellence, has really created the best in indoor lacrosse. One thing, Russ, that's been consistent every year is good defense, and that starts with a great goalie like Dallas Eliuk, and Quinn Kesnick has him right now.
Leaf, I've got Dallas Eliuk, the 5-time All-Pro goalie for Philadelphia. Dallas, you have set a level of play in this league that people have never seen before. How are you going to continue that success in 1998?
Just go out and play my game, do the best that I can each and every game, and stay focused and full 60 minutes of concentration.
When the Philadelphia Wings are playing good defense, what does that feel for you when you're in the cage behind that wall?
Without any doubt, it makes my job a lot easier. If they keep their shooters at bay within 10 or 15 feet of the crease, I can see the ball, pick the ball up, and any shot I see, I should be able to stop.
Any concern for you guys scoring goals this season without Gary Gates?
I'd like to say there's no concern, but we have got to pick up our game all around in the offensive end and defensive end. I think what's going to make the difference this year is defense. We're going to have to raise our level of defense a bit and knock our goals against down by at least a couple.
And Dallas Eliuk and his defense has done just that. A tremendous first half. They lead by 5. 9-4 the score. We'll be back with more of our Bud Light halftime in just a moment. Stay with us.
Did someone say Wings? Get tickets now for the Wings home opener versus Gary Gate and the Baltimore Thunder. This year, get ready for more scoring. Bring it on. More hitting. Bring it on. More action. More excitement than ever before. The Wings take on the Baltimore Thunder. Friday, January 16th, 7:30 at the Core State Center. Tickets start at just $13. Available at the box office and Ticketmaster. Get ready to take off. Bud Light presents the high-flying Philadelphia Wings. Get on board. Comcast Spectacor presents a jam-packed January at the Core States Complex, where everyone plays. The Flyers and 76ers are cooking with 12 dates at the Core State Center, and the Phantoms and Kicks blow the doors off the Core State Spectrum for 7 home games. America's top skaters compete in the 1998 State Farm U.S. Figure Skating Championship, January 4th through the 11th at the Core States Complex. Aerosmith takes over the Core State Spectrum on January 15th. Yanni appears at the Core State Center on January 27th. Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse is back at the Core State Center, home opener January 16th. There's LaSalle, Villanova, and Temple College basketball. The Hero Israel concert featuring the Philadelphia Orchestra and the Israeli Philharmonic graces the Core State Center January 24th. The World Wrestling Federation slams into the Core State Center on January 25th. The International Championship Rodeo stomps its way into the Core State Spectrum January 30th through February 1st. And then February heats up. The Core States Complex, where everyone plays. Did someone say Wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
The score 9-4, a 5-goal lead for Philadelphia, and they are enjoying a tremendous first half, stunning the Buffalo Bandits. Their great offense, only scoring 4 goals. We will be set for the second half in just a moment, but as our Bud Light halftime rolls on, we want to remind Philadelphia Wings fans in Philadelphia that you can get season tickets by calling 215-389-9464. You know, operators are standing by right now. This team obviously is not missing Gary Gate. They've all found extra room to exercise their offense. They'll be exciting to watch. Now, in the first half, we're going to take a look at Tavares getting a goal in the first half. And the ball comes in. He moved into the middle. Tavares gets the goal. And that point in the game, Tavares had scored the 3rd goal. They led 3-2. That was the only lead by the Buffalo Bandits. Darius Kilgore, 1 goal, 2 assists. He leads his team with 3 points. Tavares only held to 1. Travis Kilgore kicks in the other goal there. They have 4 total, including 1 that came from Fair, given to Fair and Luke. It was that pass, no-look goal that went by Eliuk. So the offense really held down to 3 legitimate goals by the defense. Meanwhile, Jacobs did not score at all last year. Watch Jacobs as he gets his 2nd goal of the first half. The ball goes behind. O'Grady dishes it out front. This was actually his first one, and he puts that one home. Jacobs scored 3, as a matter of fact, one of his 3. Look at that, no goals last year. Jacobs gets 3 goals, 1 assist, leads everybody with 4. O'Grady with 1, Marechek with 2, Quinn Kesenick, a lot of goals from unexpected places, and that is exciting. So let's take a look now at the halftime stats as we accumulate a great first half for Philadelphia. And you can see that the shots on goal leading by Philadelphia, really putting a lot of pressure on Ross Cowie, who really started to unravel as the first half came to an end. Saves, Buffalo with a lot more, but Eliuk has come up with huge saves and great defense in front of him. Face-offs about even. Extra man opportunities, Buffalo, that lethal extra man. 2 goals there, none for Philadelphia. And penalty minutes about the same. A lot of guys in the penalty box about midway through the second quarter. They had a brawl. Gabrielson left with a major cut over his eye. 3 players in each penalty box from each team. And from then on, it was 4 goals in a row for Philadelphia after Darius Kilgore scored to put the Philadelphia Wings in control. 9-4 the score. They lead by 5. We're going to get set for the second half from Buffalo. Stick around.
Introducing Nintendo Score 64 and win at Taco Bell. Just peel the coin off the lid, Score 64, and you could win an N64 system, cash, or millions of other great prizes. And who knows who'll win the Porsche Boxster. It's Score 64 and win, only at Taco Bell.
Okay, team, it's time we start playing to win. Time to focus on our target accounts and put together an unstoppable game plan. Club box seating at the Core State Center. With over 80 games between the Sixers and Flyers, we can spend quality time building those relationships, learning more about our clients and letting them know we care, thanking them in a way that they'll remember. We're playing to win. We're making club box seating a key part of our marketing plan.
Be the MVP of your team. Invest in premium seating at the Core State Center. It's where business gets done.
To Larry Brown, basketball is serious business, and that means serious fun.
Allen Iverson, he schooled him. It's an air drill. Stackhouse slams it home. Are you kidding me?
And when it comes to fun,
it's KFC Family Day on Monday, January 19th, when the 76ers face Sacramento with a special 1 p.m. start. For special ticket discount offers, visit your local KFC restaurant.
Did someone say wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season ticket. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
We want to remind you folks in Philadelphia about the home opener, 215-336-2000, January 16th, 7:30, Baltimore. Gary Gate comes in, and the first 9,800 fans get Wings label pins. So you've got a nice premium offer there, plus a chance to root on this great team effort against the past league MVP and the former Philadelphia Wing, Gary Gate, as he comes in with the Baltimore Thunder. You folks in upstate New York, Washington Empire, don't worry about the Wings tickets, unless you really want them. Call that number. Leif Elsmo along with Quinn Kesnick as we look at the Buffalo Bandits come back on the field, getting set for the second half. And Quinn Kesnick, they've got to be stunned. They really have to be stunned. I don't think anybody would have guessed that. You might have guessed that Philadelphia might hold an edge and do what they wanted to do, but a 5-goal lead would be beyond comprehension.
It really is, and the fact that they've only scored 4 goals is the most surprising angle there. Last year when these two teams played here in this arena, the final score was Philadelphia 16, Buffalo 8. So this Philadelphia defense is really on pace for that effort. But I cannot recall a Buffalo team looking as out of sync as this Buffalo team looks in their half-field offense. Remember, they have 2 extra man power play goals and only 2 goals in normal play.
Well, now you see the Philadelphia Wings coming on, and we might say that this team really started to get mean and nasty when during the second quarter 2 major fights broke out, and this took their captain off. Watch how it started in the middle of the field. That's one fight starting. Now near the boards, that's another fight starting. And 2 major fights. There's Gabrielson, number 8. Gabrielson goes at it. There's a fight above him, and Gabrielson and Fair really went toe-to-toe. Gabrielson got a nasty cut right there, number 8, the captain of Philadelphia. And when the captain left the field with the soft tissue of his eye bleeding profusely, the team really started to coagulate as a unit and scored 4 straight eventually to get that lead. Tony Resch there right now. Tony Resch happy, I'm sure, with the effort, knowing that he's got to go another 30 minutes to make this one stick. And Quinn Kesnick, Dallas Eliuk doing everything he should do on the defensive end of the field. The team looks sharp from Philly.
He's made some big saves. He's only faced 22 shots. Philadelphia's outshot them by 8 shots, but he's been there when he's had to. He's solid. He never gives up the bad goal. You've really got to work him and get him moving in the cage if you want to score on Dallas Eliuk.
So we're getting ready for the second half face-off. Quinn's got Finneran right in front of him. Maybe you can grab him for a comment. He's got Kevin Finneran right there. He's got a bunch of guys as they get ready for the second half, and we see Dallas Eliuk coming on.
Actually, Finneran's going to go on the floor right away here, Leaf, if Philadelphia gets the ball, because there's a Buffalo man in the box. They're still serving 144. Fennell is in the box, so Buffalo's shorthanded right now.
And a penalty on Kilgore, moving a little too quickly. It gives the ball to Philadelphia as we start the second half. 5-goal lead for the visiting Philadelphia Wings. National Lacrosse League action getting started in a big, surprising way. A lot of other action tonight. Syracuse taking on Baltimore in Baltimore. That's the Gay Brothers head-to-head. Ontario hosts Rochester. Now we've got working behind the goal, Denikin out to Marichek. Philadelphia starting the second half. Big shot from Trainer out front. He's got a goal already today. Trainer had the first goal gain. Feed from Oglesby. Cowie starts the second half in the goal. A real shaky second quarter, but he starts the second half. O'Toole sits on the bench. O'Toole very confident that he can come in and do what he has to do if called upon. Jason Luke, number 24, injured, and this is his first game. Not getting practice with this team that much. Now about 90% with that knee. Kilgore tries to get it in close. They scored on one of those earlier in the game. The ball will go on a pushing call back to Buffalo. And Quint, who have you got on the sideline?
3 goals in the first half. You guys are up by a bunch. What's it going to take in the second half? What did you guys stress at halftime?
You got to come out like a 0-0. Keep running hard. Now run them right from the get-go. Pretend it's 0-0 all the way.
Seems like your speed and quickness is paying off. You guys are outworking them.
We're trying to, and that's what we pride ourselves on that. We've always prided ourselves on that.
Peter Jacobs right there, talking about Wings fundamentals, Leaf. It's always been about defense and hard work and hustle.
Jacobs has to be ecstatic, Quinn. He's got a hat trick. He scored no goals last year. Pretty much a face-off specialist. But for a guy who's about 6'5", tremendous quickness and ability to score in this closed confines of the indoor game. Tavares working on Bittern, 11 on 11. Not a good matchup, a lefty on a lefty. We like to keep a right-handed defenseman on a left-handed player. There's Kilgore, rolls inside, looking for rope, and he gets it. Set up on Jimmy Rogers. Darius Kilgore gets his second goal in a row. Been a while since he scored, though. Watch how he works hard on Rogers. Rolls inside and just goes underhand against Dallas Eliuk, who's moving out to cut the angle. Rogers riding him, and then Eliuk not quite set. Kilgore finding rope. First goal of the second half. 9-5, 4-goal lead for Philadelphia, and here comes Buffalo again.
Kilgore kind of used Rogers as a screen on that last shot. Eliuk really never saw the ball come out of the stick. He just guessed slow and happened to miss the ball as it came out of Kilgore's stick.
Penalty against Bergey. He'll get his second 2-minute stint in the box, and the rookie who has scored and has been an impact player will get a penalty here. Watch here on the mugging. And number 66 takes a 2-minute break. This will be a power play opportunity for Buffalo. And Quint, not the way you want to start the second half. They've scored already. Now you're giving them a 5-on-4 opportunity.
Yeah, and they've scored twice in this situation. Both times, they've worked the middle of the floor. They've sent a man down the seam, and that player has ended up scoring. Once it was Travis Kilgore, the next time it was Tavares. Let's see if they try that again.
Oglesby almost got it back, and Gabrielson back in the floor. He had a tremendous cut in his eye. He's back out there now playing defense. Working inside, up top, watch out, Cordingley! Trying to get it down to Tavares. This is Travis Kilgore. Cordingley now working the top, and Quint, they moved the point man. It's now Cordingley up top. Low shot, easy save for Eliuk. So initially it was Richie Kilgore, this time Cordingley. Far side. Philadelphia on a break. And they get rope on that crossing play. Good job as they pushed it down. Trainer, number 91. You think they might try to take some air out of the ball, but Trainer came across for the left-handed shot cue.
Took the feed from Oglesby, who took it from Dallas Eliuk. You can see the speed of Oglesby getting the ball across the floor to Trainer, who's a left-handed. He goes to his strength to the middle of the floor, increasing his angle, and beats Cowie right off the low foot. That's a perfect shot in the corner. A short-handed goal for the Wings.
And they remain short-handed. Bergey still in here really rooting on his player, Trainer, in his second year. Only played 1 game last year, so that's amazing. He gets 2 goals tonight. This is the kind of effort, Quint, that the team hoped for. They didn't know where it would come from. They had to get some people who hadn't scored to come up with big numbers. They're getting it from a number of guys. They now lead 10-5, a 5-goal lead back in place. Kilgore scored first. Trainer answers short-handed.
They've got a 2-on-1 right here.
Jacobs coming in, tries to go far side, but Cowie puts the glove hand on it. Nice job by Ross Cowie. Cowie trying to get settled. At a rocky second quarter. And Quint, you know, if you go back to Les Bartley, the old coach of Buffalo, I don't think Cowie would have survived the second quarter. He had a quick look. He wouldn't have waited that long.
He gave up 4 in a row without making a save. Bartley was Captain Hook. O'Toole would have been in there before halftime.
But Les Wakely, the new coach, sticking with Cowie, giving him the confidence, and that may help him as we move on here in the second half. O'Grady Bergey out on the field. Teams at even strength. Jake Bergey, All-American at Salisbury, Division III school with a tremendous program. Maricek getting a lot of lumber from Ciccone. Govett, double team. Govett dives, and he's got rope in the corner. Govett launched himself, puts the saber in, gets a 6-goal lead for Philly. This team is absolutely stunning the crowd in Buffalo. They lead by 6.
Watch Govett's left arm and elbow and shoulder. He drops his shoulder, steps around the player, and sends himself airborne and beats Cowie. Here's another look. He just gets a little leverage on the near side. Hang time for Steve Govett. And watch him put the saber away. Here it is. Steve Govett, his first goal of the season. 6-goal lead for the Wings.
And you saw Tavares' eyes locked on the scoreboard. He looks up and sees his team down by 6.
And we have that goalie change you were talking about, Leaf. Ross Cowie is now on the bench, and Pat O'Toole is in goal for Buffalo.
Well, not good news for them. They've had a shaky goalie situation. If O'Toole can make it count, as you see Ross Cowie strip off the equipment, O'Toole is set to take on the onslaught of offense coming from who knows where. When Gary Gate was the guy, Quinn, you always knew where to look for the shots for the most part. Now you don't know where they're coming from. Tavares, he only has been a factor in 1 goal. This is the guy who scored in every game he's played as Buffalo Bandits. Tremendous offensive leader, and the guy that will have to bring this team back if they do come back. Mugged defensively by Jacobs in close. Sanderson can't get it out. Miller tries to dig it out of the corner. We're about 9:30.
Nice defense by the Wings. Shot clock violation right there. Working hard on the far side. They're doing such a great job off the ball, Leaf. The players with the ball aren't really going hard for Buffalo. They're not forcing the action. They're looking to make passes. And Philadelphia's doing a great job denying those passing lanes and covering the cutters and the picks.
You look at the way this half started out. Darius Kilgore scores, then they get a power play. Look inside. They've got no goal. That one hit the net. It's not going to be great for O'Toole's confidence, but he stepped in the crease. But again, Philadelphia running hard and taking it right down the throat of the defense of Philadelphia.
Jimmy Rogers with the burst of speed that's under the defense, but he stepped in the crease.
And Quentin Les Wakely talked about really emphasizing defense for the Buffalo Bandits. Last year he thought the team didn't play good team defense. I don't see any improvement there at all. How about you?
Not at the current pace. Right now they're on pace to give up almost 20 goals, probably about 16 or 17. And that's about what it was last year. This is a team that gave up 15 goals last year, and they're really on pace against what people thought would be a Philadelphia team that lacked offense, but they've proved that they can score goals this season. They have players who are stepping up, filling the void.
We talked about a number of scenarios, a number of possible scenarios, and one was, you lose Gary Gate, but you also open up about 170 shots this year for other guys, and we're seeing that those shots are really being panned by some of these great athletes. Gabrielson puts it right on the face mask of O'Toole. 8:18 left in the third period, a 6-goal lead on the strength of 2 goals. Trainer and Govett after Darius Kilgore scored here in the third. These also Quinn Kessler with our National Lacrosse League coverage. Indoor lacrosse. It's exciting when these two teams go at it. Fouls against Philadelphia, but go back to the Buffalo Bandits. They need the spark. Usually it's Tavares. Cordingley was hurt last year for a major part of the season. Let's see who can pull this team back in. Jason Luke playing on 90% healed leg. Comes in close. Luke goes to finish. Can't quite make it happen. Jason Luke, one of the most dramatic junior players, and now in the major leagues of box Canadian lacrosse.
It's really one of the first time we've seen Buffalo players dodging to the net for themselves. So often we see them dodging to the net to make the feed, to make the pass. But that time Luke was selfish. I think they need to be a little more selfish.
Well, if they connect on those passes, the passes were there early on. If you remember the first quarter, they just weren't making them cleanly. They weren't making that pass. They weren't catching the ball. I think this team obviously lacks some time together. They've got people out there who haven't practiced. Luke hasn't been out here for a while. Tommy Fair just signed his contract. So this team lacks some practice time together. Let's see if they can get things together as the third quarter moves on. They've got the ball again. They're down by 6. Out front on Eliuk, and they sweep it past him. Fox calls a penalty. In the crease was the violation. It'll be given back to Philadelphia. Jake Bergey takes the ball for Philly. Pushes in. This kid has looked good tonight. He's going to force offensively. He just fouled some, but I think Tony Rich will take that style of play. He'll take a few penalties for the aggressive style. Billy Miller. Greatest shooters in the field game. Really trying to find his way in the indoor game, and a guy who takes more punishment than most any player on the Philadelphia Wings team.
He draws a lot of fouls too, Lee. There's something about his dodging style. Players tend to get hung up on him, and he falls and then draws fouls.
We talked about it in the preseason. He thinks that maybe his coaches say he has a slanted way of running. Taken down by Philadelphia. It's Jacobs absolutely tackling Johnny Tavares. And again, Quint, it cleared out of side. A lot of one-on-one that gave Tavares all the room he wanted, and Jacobs just pulled him down. He'll take the 2-minute penalty rather than Tavares going one-on-one. We'll take a short break, folks, and when we come back, we will join the power play goal and the attempt of Buffalo.
Listen up. I have been to the edge and back, and I will tell you what I've learned.
What I have learned is you don't need outer crust.
Introducing the Edge Pizza from Pizza Hut, a new pizza with no outer crust, or the toppings go right to the edge.
I have been to the edge and back.
Join me.
16 pieces of pure pulchritudinous toppings. Have you been to the edge? The Edge Pizza, just $8.99 for a medium, and any second for just $5.
Did someone say wings? 1998 Philadelphia Wings season tickets are on sale now. This year, get ready for more games.
Bring it on.
More teams.
Bring it on.
More action.
Bring it on.
More excitement than ever before. It's your chance to see great National Lacrosse League action at the Core State Center. But you've got to act fast. Call 215-389-WINGS today. Tickets start as low as $13 per game. Bud Light presents Wings season tickets. Call 215-389-WINGS. Welcome to the Edge.
We're back at the Marine Midland Arena, Philadelphia controlling this game, and you want to see this team play this season. And the next game is against Gary Gate and the Baltimore Thunder. Call for season tickets, 215-389-9464. Get the Wings season tickets right now. Operators are waiting for your call. Folks, this team is exciting. And you folks up here in the Empire Sports Network, you might want to see them too. 11-5, a 6-goal lead, and Govett was a big part of this third quarter push. He scored the last goal. Watch him come in. This is Steve Govett launching himself in the crease, got a lot of airtime, and finishes on the far side. Launches the saber back in its sheath. And here they go. Power play opportunity now for Buffalo. And it's going to be Peter Jacobs in the penalty box right here, holding. Now they've got a new set, Quint Kesnick. They've got Tavares up top. This is the third set I've seen on their power play.
They've got Tavares up top. Cicconi's in, and so is Luke and Tommy Fair. So they got 3 new faces.
And they still try to work that lower plane, going for that slam dunk on the far side. That must be what they really think is the ticket against Dallas Eliuk. Tavares comes back up to reload, tries to feed Fair. Again, backdoor, trying to get Luke this time, but the defense is too much from Philadelphia. They turn him back again. New coach, new team this year.
10-second violation against Philadelphia. Credit Buffalo for some tough forechecking right there. But before the 10-second violation, Tony Resch called timeout. Smart call by Tony Resch.
Resch trying to get the right people in the right position. We've got 5:20 left in the third quarter. A 6-goal lead for the Wings, and I'm telling you, this team is stunned the Buffalo Bandits. I'm sure the Buffalo Bandits are having a tough time really trying to figure out, as the Wings are, where their goals would come from. Now that Gary Gate's gone, Philadelphia really unleashing some new heroes. They've got some guys that they haven't counted on in years past. stepping up, filling the void of Gary Gate, getting a lot of shots that they didn't normally get. As you see the sideline, that Ted Sawicki, assistant coach. This is, of course, the Philadelphia Wings, Tony Resch. Very intense. Resch played for 6 years, a defensive specialist on the Wings team. Trying to keep them focused. This is his game to lose. You see Tommy Marichuk up to the left. He doesn't want this one to slip away. He's got the 6-goal lead. He came out of the halftime with a 5-goal lead. Has increased it by 1. All he wants to do is maintain what he's got. Oglesby getting stretched on the field. And Quint, pretty fiery speech. I don't know if our fans could hear that. What was Tony Resch stressing over there, as if I don't know?
Being the key here, they have 1:19 left on the penalty. From there, just playing Wings lacrosse, basically starting with the defense and doing the right things on offense, taking smart and well-placed shots. Not like that one.
Not like that one. Trainer getting a little bit cocky. Trainer, a great field player, a tremendous athlete from Pennsylvania, played at Virginia. Conestoga High. His father was a physical education teacher and a guy who really came with a lot of skill to Virginia. But you really, in the field game, needs a little bit more room than you do here. So he's changing his style to be effective here in indoor lacrosse. Philadelphia now playing defense against Buffalo. This is Darius Kilgore up at the top, and they try to get it into Cordingley. Tavares down low, Cordingley. Here comes Darius. Darius up top, a little bit too high on the bounce, too much in front of Eliuk. And they are really showing their confusion, Quint, by showing a varied look. Every time I'm seeing that power play, they're showing a different look. Now Philadelphia trying to take some time off the clock. Govett, far side. Finneran up top. Trying to move it in close. Hayson coming over there playing tough defense. Fair was going to double. They dump it into the corner. Jacobs was in the box, and he is getting set to be released. 2 seconds left. Here comes Jacobs. They might get a shot before he comes back out. Here comes Tavares. Takes the shot, but behind him was Miller making the defensive check. Teams at even strength. Oglesby up front. Watch out for O'Grady.
Smart play by O'Grady there. Thought he had the break. Buffalo got back on defense, and he pulls it out. A 6-goal lead, that's the type of offense you want to play. Push it until it's there. If it's not,
How about that defensive check by Billy Miller on Tavares? Tavares was in there for a shot. Miller just got a little bit of stick on it to take the shot high.
They played excellent short defense, killing the Jacobs hold. Eliuk made a couple big saves.
3:30 left in the third quarter. A 6-goal lead for Philadelphia. The gateless Philadelphia. We won't be mentioning him too much anymore. It looks like you don't need to. This team loaded with talent. New stars coming up. And scoring from a lot of different resources they didn't count on last year. Here comes a new rookie. This is Jake Bergey on O'Toole. He can't make it stick. Bergey couldn't do it. Now it's Ciccone on the other end. Ciccone, rockets went off the helmet of Zaff. Zaff took that one, number 12. He came in on the cut, and it went off his helmet. As we see a call.
It's going to be against Bergey. As he was running off the floor, there was some interference with Tavares. Leaf, the man running off the floor has the right of way, but Mike Ventura made the call. Bergey had missed the one-on-one shot, as you remember, and then he was heading up the sideline, sprinting for a substitution, and made contact with Tavares. They both went to the turf, and Ventura.
Jake Bergey in the box here with me. This is my position. We're trying to get closer to the game. I'm working on the penalty box. Jake Bergey, third time in the penalty box today, giving an all-out effort. And that substitution kind of right of way, you bet he'll learn that lesson today. Still, 2:42 left in the third. Still a 6-goal lead. Buffalo with some chances, but no goals. Tavares can't finish. They reload again. Kilgore can't find rope. Backdoor. Tavares has got it.
Tavares has got the hat trick on a feed from Darius Kilgore. Beautiful look-away feed.
And I think they're taking that one away. They're talking about it. Watch the far man away from Tavares. In there, look at Cordingley on the right. Watch Cordingley to the right. He's clear. That should be a good goal. Nobody was in the crease. Let's see what the talk is. Bill Fox going over and checking out. Looks like they're going to take it away from him.
That's Tavares right there. If it counts, he's got a hat trick. Here it is again. It looks like Kilgore's going to shoot, and he does a beautiful look away pass to Tavares, who one-touches it past the helpless Eliuk. Really nothing he could do on that. When Buffalo gets the ball moving on that power play, they're devastating. That's Ventura on the left and Bill Fox.
And Richie Kilgore behind him, a captain of the team from Buffalo. Quentin, I've got Tavares down for only one goal. That would be a second, I think, from my counting.
Oh, actually, you're right, Leaf. That would be a second. He also had that no goal earlier in the game that I need to cross that out of my scoring sheet.
Dallas Eliuk talking to the side, and our replay showed, of course, there is no instant replay here, but there was nobody in the crease, and if that was the call, they got a little bit on the short end of that call. Bill Fox is the crew chief. You're looking at him right now. Mike Ventura along with him, and then, of course, Jeff Schrett. Three of the finest here refereeing this indoor game. Looking back door to Jason Luke. They couldn't get him cleanly.
Philadelphia had some substitution problems, Leaf. They turned it over, and then they only had two guys on the floor.
A little bit of confusion from the last call. Here comes Richie Kilgore in the finish. Back door, and again it's Tavares. This one counts. Tavares makes it 11-6.
Too much standing around defensively for Philadelphia. Take a look at Richie Kilgore feeding Tavares, and he banks it in off of Dallas Eliuk's foot.
Quinn, how many times have they tried to pull this play off tonight?
They've tried it a lot, and finally it works. You can see that Richie Kilgore tiptoeing the crease right there, feeds Tavares backside. Philadelphia defense just standing a little flat-footed. They got to step up, play Richie Kilgore, and you always have to keep your eye on John Tavares. You can't let Tavares burn you.
Quint, that's the third power play goal for Buffalo, a team that really is lethal in that extra situation. So you want to keep yourself out of the penalty box. Bergey with a couple rookie mistakes tonight. That one you can chalk off to Bergey, who's had a sensational game. Nothing bad you can say about Bergey. He has played up to expectations and more. The kid's learning every game. Ciccone, or that's Sanderson rather, number 94, trying to feed it in low. Look at them hitting down in the box. Watch out. Push call against the Buffalo team. It'll be Philadelphia Wings ball. 1:20 left in the third. Still a 5-goal
Take a look at some
lead.
of the hitting in the corner. Billy Miller and Buffalo's really throwing their weight around there. Looked like Rozo almost got his own man, Travis Kilgore.
Well, Buffalo has been a team that really has been about as tough as they come in the indoor lacrosse. Trying to make that stick to the air check.
We got a foul on Ciccone inside, just hammering Denikin. Cross-check City inside, and he'll have 2 minutes in the box.
And Denikin was trying to set up a little pick for Maricek, because Maricek was trying to get loose for the right-handed shot. So this is the danger of Buffalo losing control. They are not that afraid of the power play unit of Philadelphia, which really hasn't found himself. They haven't scored yet. And Quint, one thing you've got to worry about for Philadelphia, again, is the short-handed power of this Buffalo team. Don't let them get on a fast break. O'Toole makes the save. Here they go. O'Toole outlets to Rosa. He can't pull it into the penalty box right over our heads. Off top of me, and it bounces around, and it'll go back over to Philadelphia. If that was connected, Quint, they had the fast break going, and that's the danger of playing this team when they're a man short.
O'Toole's got to make a better pass right there. Philadelphia right now, we've got 43 seconds to go. They're up until the break in the fourth quarter.
Big save by O'Toole. Fantastic save. Rosa comes up. Rosa man with O'Grady. Inside to Fair. And it was Eliuk making the sensational save at the last minute. It's going to be an interference call against Bates. The ball will come back to Buffalo. Philadelphia still with a 5-goal lead, just where they started. Look at Eliuk come out with that windshield wiper. He comes over, sweeps to the far side, He's kind of a baiter, isn't he, Quint? He shows you that one side, then he goes and closes it up at the last minute.
He does. He really suckers you into shooting it for the open part of the net. And as you do, he moves. He slides so quickly across the face of the cage, and it made a dramatic save right there. He moves a lot more than most goalies in this league. Most goalies in this league stand very still. But Dallas, certainly the swiftest of the keepers.
Miller up top, Marechek looking to finish. Marechek can't get it to go. The quarter ended just as Marechek launched himself at the goal. And as the third quarter ends, Philadelphia maintains that 11-6, that 5-goal lead. Tony Resch and the Wings will come back against the Buffalo Bandits. 1 quarter left to go from the Marine Midland Arena.
A helpful hint from Ray Schaefer Plumbing. Make sure you don't forget to shut off your water when you go away on vacation, so you don't come home to a flooded basement or room. Preventing problems saves time and money. So does finding a good plumber. Family run for 4 generations, people have been relying on Ray Schaefer since 1925. Our professional staff can handle any job, and we have the personal commitment to do that job right. Ray Schaefer Incorporated. We're your neighbors. You can count on us.
I'm Jerry Dames, General Manager of Our family has been selling Chevrolets here for over 40 years. Our customers have come to expect our friendly, exceptional service and our low-pressure sales environment. With rebates as high as $2,500 or 2.9 GMAC financing, the time to shop Dames Chevrolet for your next car or truck has never been better.
They are the embodiment of a proud tradition. They are proven winners who have earned an appreciation for the finer things in life. So when these Flyers alumni choose to enjoy a superior cigar, they come to Holt Cigar Club, an exclusive club offering an excellent selection of cigars in a truly exceptional setting. Holt Cigar Club, a new experience awaits you at Core State Center. For membership information, call 215-389-9545.
Next phase, next stage, next grade, next wave.
Hold it down, feel the line. Let them know it's a vibe. Pick it up, it's alive. Move over, yeah, don't do it over. Cause it's over, yeah, yeah, yeah. A generation next.
Next phase, next stage, next grade, next wave.
Generation next, generation next. Generation next.
We're back in Buffalo. The Wings stunning the crowd and the team in Buffalo. They lead by 5, 11-6 with 15 minutes left to go. This was the 10th goal of the game by Trainer of Philadelphia. In the third quarter, he sweeps across, makes it a 10-5 game at that point. Then, after Govett scored to make it 11-5, John Tavares leads his team back with a backdoor goal right there against Dallas Eliuk. This made it an 11-6 game. Tavares scored the last goal of the game at this point as we get set to start the fourth quarter. The Resch now coaching the Wings bench on the one side. You see Greg Trainer there, 2 goals tonight. 1 shorthanded as they get set to start this fourth quarter. Good looking rookie here as Philadelphia retools their team. Jake Bergey, tremendous talent, number 66. You've got 91, Trainer, who showed he can do it all. Jacobs, 3 goals tonight, didn't score at all last year. And he will face off to start the fourth quarter. Jacobs 24 against Fair, number 4 for Buffalo. And Jacobs again doing a great job of commanding those faceoffs. Quint, that can't be ignored. Jacobs has done a great job of controlling the faceoffs.
He has and usually does. And that'll be a big factor, especially now that Philadelphia has a lead. They'll be looking to use that 30-second shot clock every time down, take smart shots.
O'Toole out of the goal queue, and it's wide open. Fair, and they're playing goalie. If they can get a shot, Trainer against Fair. Trainer's got to shoot now. They go back door and make it too hard. O'Toole finally got back in the goal, but for a moment, it was Tommy Fair in the goal. They looked for a too much of a fine shot selection when they had no goalie.
Trainer should have let it go right away. Watch Govett now. He'll circle in front. Watch him get taken down here. He's looking for the hold call. Fair.
Bear pulls him down. We had a good at, and here's O'Toole. This started the whole play, and Quint, they got the ball. That's where O'Toole was, lying flat on the ground. Watch Marichek get it. They got it back in, but did not take advantage of him being out of position.
Trainer was the guy who should have let it go. As soon as he caught the feed from Marichek, he didn't, and that gave O'Toole time to get back in the cage.
Richie Kilgore takes a shot on Dallas Eliuk, who's been his normal first-team All-Pro self. They wanted to keep teams to single digits. I thought it was an unreasonable expectation, but so far they are right on target. 6 goals against as we go into the fourth quarter.
With this wide view, you get a good idea of what's going on off the ball. Look at the hustle of the Philadelphia Wings off the ball. They're doing a great job covering their men in front of the cage.
There's Kilgore initiates right now against Volker, maybe the best defensive player, and they try to get that quick stick on the backside. That's Tavares again. Tavares not really running a whole lot. Watch Luke fighting with Bates. Luke and Bates going at it, and they come off the field. Finneran, one-on-one, takes it, it goes in behind O'Toole. Finneran with a patented underhand shot gets goal number 12, a 6-goal lead. O'Toole just let it go to his right, and what a great accurate shot, lower right on the goalie.
This is signature Kevin Finneran sneaking it low. Key goal right there. Dallas Eliuk makes a nice save against Tavares, and Finneran comes in and beats O'Toole with what I would consider a soft goal right there. You'd hope your goalie could make that save from about 10 yards on a low shot, but credit Finneran. We've seen him score on that so many times, and here goes Jacobs.
Jacobs one-on-one, you got Miller to the side, Miller goes to finish, and he connects. Miller's got rope from Jacobs. Jacobs has been absolutely dominating on the faceoffs. There is no life in the Buffalo Bandits, a team that lived and died with tough physical play, walking flat-footed. Jacobs comes down, he's got Miller to the side, and Miller puts it home near side. O'Toole not very sharp in place of Cowie, and you've got a 13-6 game. This is really turning into the biggest surprise of a very early season.
Billy Miller with only 1 goal last season in 9 games, and he scores here. He's one of those guys who's got to step up offensively. Certainly in the field game, the outdoor game, he's a scoring threat, but right there took the feed from Jacobs. Jacobs is playing his best game as a professional.
Well, a lot of windows opened up with the absence of Gary Gate. A lot of guys getting a chance to shoot that normally would just be spear carriers for Gary Gate, right, Quint? They normally don't get shots when Gary's on the field.
And they're taking the right attitude in this whole situation, Lee. It's an opportunity for these players to show how good they are.
Marichek comes in, he takes a shot, and O'Toole makes that save, looks to the outlet. Goes near side, that's gonna be tough out of the box. Ball bounces back in, they can't quite get a clean fast break. Following up, looking for Darris to take the shot. He wheels around, gets mauled by 2 players, O'Grady being the last, and then bounces in under Dallas Eliuk. Chalk it up, goal number 7. It's back to a 6-goal game. And credit Cordingley with that goal.
Troy Cordingley's been quiet all day. This is Kilgore dodging right-handed in front. He loses it. Cordingley picks it up and tucks it past Eliuk. Defensively, you really got to tighten up right in front of the cage. Cordingley in the right place at the right time. He has been extremely quiet today, Leaf. He's coming back after that ankle tendon problem. He's really not been himself today. Troy Cordingley is usually more of a factor.
Buffalo's still trying to find their new look. They've got Les Wakely, a brand new coach. As you mentioned, Cordingley coming back. They haven't had all their players there. Tommy Fair just coming to terms with his contract. This team is learning some of their old lessons in game conditions, but take nothing from Philadelphia. They have done everything they wanted to do in their game plan. They now lead by 6. Tavares.
Kilgore and Volker are tied up. Kilgore was holding Volker's stick, and then Kilgore grabbed him by the helmet and held on to him. Fox jumped in, and it was almost as if Kilgore's glove was stuck in Volker's face mask. He should get Kilgore for something here. Volker showed a lot of restraint here. I'd be surprised if they send Volker in. He didn't touch him. I was watching the entire scenario.
Well, it looks like Volker will get it now. You'll see Volker up top.
There they are in the middle of the screen. They get tied up, and you see Kilgore reach for the helmet, and he gets his hand in. Now, I don't see what Brian Volker's doing incorrectly right here. He's trying to get Kilgore off of him. You ask him right now, Leaf. He didn't touch Kilgore.
Still trying to get all his equipment here in the penalty bench. Tony Resch trying to maintain this lead. That's all he wants to do. As you look at Les Wakely on the sideline, just a little bit stunned by that. I got Brian right here. Brian, looks like you didn't do anything to retaliate, yet you got...
I didn't do a thing. I don't know what the rest of the team is.
All right, so Brian Boker just kind of confirming what we thought. He was out there really being on his best behavior. He gets locked up in the penalty box, though. And here comes Buffalo, trying to move it down in close. Fair, trying to squeeze it in front of Dallas Eliuk, and Tavares can't get it to go. Looks like he does. They're saying no goal. Another goal by Tavares waved off. This could be his second or third of the night. They move it into Tavares, who gets mugged from behind. Now look, he puts it to the feet of Eliuk. Then Richie Kilgore comes in, and they say no goal.
You can see Schlett on that view. You can see him take the whistle up to his mouth. Why, I don't know.
Nobody was in the crease. Coach looks, Les Wakely, a little bit stunned by this whole game. I'll tell you what, Les Hartley would have already lost 5 pounds. That's how active he was. Different styles. Les Wakely has won 5 of the last 6 major championships. He's a good coach with a great track record. First year in the Indoor Lacrosse League. 10:33 left in the game.
Not a good possession right there for Philadelphia League. They want to show some discretion and use the 30. That time Oglesby, a little over-aggressive, went to the net, kind of forced the action a bit too much.
A little over 10 minutes left. Lee Feldstone, Quinn Kessler, our National Lacrosse League coverage in Buffalo. Buffalo being stunned at pretty much an intact roster from last year. Down by 6 to Philadelphia, who is minus the league MVP 3 times running and a 4-goal-a-game guy in Gary Gate. Philadelphia showing they have tremendous athletes all the way across the roster. Trainer, young talent, second-year player, takes a hard shot and just misses the perimeter.
That was a nice 3-on-2. Jacob set that pickup for Trainer to work to his strength, to his left hand. It was there. He just missed the net.
Eliuk on the far side takes one there, and Buffalo gets roped. Goal number 8, and they're back to within 5. Plenty of time left, 9:46. Dallas Eliuk, he'll go coast to coast. He won't come out. And Tavares will come down the field. Look at that.
Beautiful pass by O'Toole, right on the stick. Tavares breaking out of the box on the substitution. Gained the advantage over Philadelphia. There was about a 10-yard spread he had, and O'Toole put it right on his stick. You really got to give Pat O'Toole a lot of credit for that pass.
And how about that shot, Quinn? Tavares had Eliuk with 2 major fakes. The last one got Eliuk coming up out of his stance, and then he buries it down low on the hip side. Game now 13-8, 5-goal lead, 9 minutes left, and Buffalo getting recharged with 2 straight goals. One by Cordingley, one by Tavares. Tavares has scored 2 of the last 3.
Gabrielson's going to be hit with a flag here. He hit Tavares high after this shot, and he's going to have a seat in the box.
Gabrielson got a little stitch work done to his eye in the first half after that fight. Major cut over his left eye, and here how it gets going. Gabrielson, number 8, look, takes a high shot to the Buffalo player, and that was a shot that really was deserving of a penalty. Gabrielson now in the box. Volker's time was up, so he is back on the field. Shots on goal right now, Buffalo 40, Philadelphia 42. Very close in that department. 5-goal lead for Philadelphia, but here's a power play. And Quint, maybe the most important power play of the game.
Yeah, they've tinkered with this power play lineup. They've scored 3 times in 5 chances. It's been a couple long chances with that 5-minute foul earlier.
Shot on Eliuk, and that looks like it hit the iron, goes out of bounds. This Buffalo team 3 for 5 on the extra man. Dallas Eliuk used to going the full 60 minutes. Now Billy Miller will take some air out of this. He wants to use the full 30-second shot clock. Finneran comes in. You can hear Gary Martin on the sideline, an ex-wing, now assistant coach Johnny Nostrin, along with Tony Resch. Wings, a very tight family unit, as are the Buffalo Bandits, two of the premier programs in indoor lacrosse. Well, they just bury it in the corner knowing the shot clock has evaporated. They've got fresh legs on for defense. Oglesby, Miller, Volker, O'Grady. The only guy missing from the first team man down, Scott Gabrielson. About a minute left of the power play as Rich Kilgore unloads from up top, and it was Dallas Eliuk making the big block. Not a great shot, Quint, when you've got all those shooters in there.
No, the defense had sagged in down low. The emphasis, as you said, Gary Martin was talking, they want the defense to shut off the low shooters, the backdoor shots, and they're going to give Richie Kilgore that shot, hoping that Eliuk can make the save.
Well, that's an easy save for Eliuk, and that was good strategy. It worked there as they try to kill some time. This is Bergey. Jake Bergey, the rookie, dishes it back in. What a physical specimen that guy is. He can run right over you, a north-south kind of runner. Tremendous physical skills there as he's made an impact in his first game. Gabrielson set to rejoin his team on the penalty box as Buffalo maybe gets their last shot on the power play. Tavares in close, he goes low on Eliuk, and Eliuk reads it beautifully. Oglesby tries to dig out the loose ball. Looking for help, gives it to Eliuk. Here comes Gabrielson. Gabrielson's wide open. Eliuk cannot see him. Gabrielson's still wide open. O'Grady finally sees Scott Gabrielson, who came out of the penalty box, but now he settles down as Richie Kilgore went back to play defense.
Super play by Matt Oglesby, going into the corner there, digging the ball out and flipping it to Eliuk. That's a tremendous effort right there.
6:45 left, and you really want to use all your time of possession if you're a Philadelphia Wings offensive player. Timeout called on the field with the score 13-8. A 5-goal lead for Philadelphia. We're in Buffalo with 6:40 left in this game. Buffalo Bandits stunned by the gateless Philadelphia Wings, leading by 5. We'll be back for the final 6.
Hey, buddy. I'll trade you my scarf for that last Bud Light. Come on. But the hat? That's fair. What more could you possibly want, huh? Oh. You got a raw deal.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I never said it was the last one.
Make it a Bud Light.
See, it says here you're lazy, highly unmotivated. You have a problem with authority.
Yeah, I've got 2 references that proves that.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you demand. You demand.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Technically, I can't give you a raise yet.
You're right, policy, schmolicy.
A helpful hint from Ray Schaefer Plumbing. Before calling for a leak from an upstairs bathroom, check that the caulk or grouting around the tub is firm and that the shower curtain is inside the tub. Preventing problems saves time and money. So does finding a good plumber. Family run for 4 generations, people have been relying on Ray Schaefer since 1925. Our professional staff can handle any job, and we have the personal commitment to do that job right. Ray Schaefer Incorporated. We're your neighbors. You can count on us.
You don't have to look far to find some honest-to-goodness individuals. Being different does have its advantages. Just ask us. You see, unlike traditional banks, Tri-County Area Federal Credit Union is owned by people just like you, community members who invest in themselves by belonging to their credit union. Member-owned means low-cost loans and services for everyone, delivered by some real individuals of our own.
Bronc Riding Steer Wrestling International Championship Rodeo lassos its way into the Core State Spectrum from January 30th through February 1. Tickets are on sale now at the box office, all Ticketmaster locations, or charge by phone at 215-336-2000. Rodeo at its best at the Core State Center. Here we are back in the Marine Midland Arena, and this is a score by quarters. Look at the second quarter, folks. That's the whole game. Philadelphia wins 7-2 in the second. Every other quarter, deadlock, 2-2. It was that second quarter, the quarter that had the brawl in it. 3 players from each team ended up in the penalty box, and Philadelphia won the war. A lot of time left, though. 6 minutes, 27 seconds. If Buffalo can continue to score. They have scored 2 straight. Cordingley and Tavares, the last 2 guys to beat Dallas Eliuk. Great motion offense around Eliuk, and they go into the crease violation as they try to put one into the back of the net.
You had a pair of 24s locked up there. Luke taking it to Peter Jacobs, and Jacobs does a nice job against Luke, really one of the main threats as a Dodger that Buffalo has.
Philadelphia will take some time now with their offense. Peter Jacobs continuing to impress everybody. Finneran looks to get inside and can't get it to Govett, just picked out of the air by Richie Kilgore. Kilgore and company now push the ball up. Here's Jason Luke, who has looked good despite his injury. Had some ligament problems. They push it in, trying to get to Dallas Eliuk, and they finally get through. Great play by Johnny Tavares, who is taking over the game. 4 goals on the game, 3 of the last 4. And Quint, as always, when this team needs a hero, it's number 11.
Richie Kilgore sends the ball in front. The pass goes through, and there's Tavares. Watch the skill here to scoop this up with a man on you and have the athletic ability to withstand the guy draped over your back, to scoop it, and then to put the ball in the net. Just a super effort by John Tavares.
And that makes the lead a 4-goal lead for Philadelphia. Plenty of time left, 5:25. Philadelphia trying to use the clock. Miller will just take some seconds off, precious seconds if you're a Buffalo Bandits player and fan. Philadelphia in control, from the second quarter on. They actually opened up the game with a 2-goal lead. Then Buffalo tied the game in the first quarter. It was 2-2 then. But again, the second quarter was the decisive one as they take a shot on the Tool and can't get the ball. Maricek cutting in, can't collect the ball. Here goes O'Toole looking for an outlet. Can't get the fast break outlet as Volker was back there to match Johnny Tavares coming out of the box. And Quint, there looks like they're matching up Volker on Tavares coming out of the box to take away the fast break.
That was nice defense by Volker to get back, because O'Toole's really looking for that long pass right now.
4:39 left. Big offensive possession for Darius Kilgore and company. Kilgore tries to get the bagpipe. Eliuk had the angle cut perfectly. Shot clock down to 1. They better get it on something on pipe. They cannot do it. Philadelphia ball in hopefully 30 seconds.
It's going to be a loose ball hold against O'Grady. Tied up Shaden Santos in the corner. Watch this right there. He makes a nice check, but then he wraps around him. And there's Booza coming in to try to get the loose ball. So it's a reset right now. Buffalo's got another fresh 30.
And they need a goal big time here. They've had Tavares carrying the team. Great shot in close by Travis. Kilgore can't get it to fall. Here comes the Philadelphia Wings.
They've got some trailers.
Volker to one side, other side. Looked like they were trying to finish, couldn't do it. Jimmy Rogers couldn't get it to stick. It was one of those tough decisions, Quint. They wanted to take time off the clock, but they had a good fast break going.
They had a 3-on-2. I thought the man that was open was Volker as a left-handed trailer, but Rogers took it himself. And then Buffalo, sloppy passing, giving it right back to Philadelphia. Look for them to really slow things down right now and kill the 30-second clock.
3:40 left on the game clock. Finneran. 4-goal lead for Philadelphia. Finneran taking a shot with about 5 seconds left in the game. Maricek can't get it off in time. O'Toole looks for the fast break immediately. Then gives it off to Tavares, who's right to his left. Tavares was not coming out of the box. 3:20 left. 4-goal lead for Philadelphia. Tavares needs one here, so does Buffalo. Coming in close, the big check on Kilgore gives it back to Eliuk.
As you get tired, that Buffalo offense is so tough.
Greg Trainer coming down, looking to take time off. He might have a shot. Gives it back to Luke. Luke's got Richie Kilgore. Richie Kilgore on Eliuk. Kilgore, Eliuk. And Eliuk makes the save. Tremendous defense by Philadelphia to come down and run him off the ball. That was Jake Bergey, Quint, who took away every opportunity except a shovel shot. Give Bergey the credit for taking away a productive shot.
A lot of hustle by Bergey and Volker, both getting back there, but Bergey made the play. Richie Kilgore's a right-handed player, and it made him shoot backhand, and the odds of scoring against Dallas Eliuk on a shot that's not your best shot are very slim.
Better now working on the offense. This team feeling like they've got this game. O'Toole with a nice save as the shot clock expires. 2:19 left in the game. 4-goal lead. Let's see. They give the ball back to Buffalo and see if Les Wakely uses his timeouts.
Eventually, they might even pull their goalie. Keep your eye on Pat O'Toole.
O'Toole's coming out, offering to come out, but nobody's looking at him. Nobody's thinking that way. Fair in close. He had a finishing shot, but it went just wide. We're under 2 minutes right now as Buffalo continues to put pressure on Dallas Eliuk. Far side again, and both times it was Travis Kilgore this time again missing the goal. Oglesby doesn't need to shoot. Let's see what he does. Backside to Oglesby, who goes beyond the goal. Picked up by Denikin. He's got 19 on the shot clock. 140 on the game. Coach is yelling that it was a save, trying to get a fresh 30. They're not going to get it. Jacobs gets it out front, but he misses it. This is Cordingley getting it downfield. The fast break to Darius Kilgore. Ciccone. Ciccone can't pick it up cleanly, and the ball will go into the corner. 1:19 left. This is going to be a Philadelphia victory, a stunning victory to open up the season. They talked to Quint about keeping him in single digits. Right now, Buffalo locked in at 9. They have done their job.
They really have. It has started with the defense, and then it has come with some timely scoring from some unusual sources.
In close, Jake Bergey again with 2 fakes. Nobody's sliding in defensively. Jake Bergey puts this one away. If there was any doubt before this, there's no doubt now as the crowd starts leaving the Marine Midland Arena. This team has stunned the Buffalo home crowd.
I tell you what, poor communication defensively for Buffalo, leaving Bergey all alone in front, his second goal of the game. That'll ice it. What happened was Tavares was cherry picking, and no one covered up on Bergey. Tavares was trying to get the fast break. He was up at the midfield line, so in effect they were playing man down. But the rest of the guys didn't understand that, and Jake Bergey was left all alone.
So no slide defensively, and the life is out of the Buffalo team. They do not have a mathematical hope of winning this game. They are losing by 5 now. That may be the way it'll end up. 48 seconds left. Les Wakely, very calm and cool, sitting over there. His predecessor, Les Bartley, would have lost 20 pounds by now, but Wakely's era begins. The Wings are leading by 5. We've got less than a minute left.
Did someone say Wings? Get tickets now for the Wings home opener versus Gary Gate and the Baltimore Thunder. This year, get ready for more scoring.
Bring it on.
More hitting.
Bring it on.
More action. More excitement than ever before. The Wings take on the Baltimore Thunder. Friday, January 16th, 7:30 at the Core State Center. Tickets start at just $13. Available at the box office and Ticketmaster. Get ready to take off. Bud Light presents the high-flying Philadelphia Wings. Get on board.
You know how you hear some words and you think you've seen them before? Investments. Right. They manage money. Serious. And you see them again. Performance. Here. There. Not just any mutual fund. Yeah, that's it. Warburg Pincus Mutual Funds. They manage money. Right.
Warburg Pincus Family of Funds.
We're back at the Marine Midland Arena in Buffalo. Just moments ago, stuck home yet another goal to make it 14-10. Let's take a look at it. They're in double digits. Again, Tavares in tight. The ball bounces out. And then up from the top, it's Cordingley bouncing it around to Tavares, who finishes off down low. Tavares gets 5 goals in a losing effort. Watch how it bounces out. Tavares on the spot right there, picks it up and just puts it behind the defense of Gabrielson and beats Eliuk, who has had a sensational game. 14-10.
Great hands by Tavares right there to get that ball off the floor and in the back of the goal.
That one will go into the penalty box, into a lucky fan. As time winds down, 24 seconds left. This game will be a win for the Philadelphia Wings. Quint, I can't tell you how impressed I am that this team has found itself on the field in action without Gary Gate, a guy that they went to every offensive opportunity. This team looks exciting for the Philadelphia Wings.
I believe this was a team effort. They played defense as a team, and a lot of different players scored, and they got some key goals from some unsung players.
Well, the score is going to look a little closer than the game actually was. 14-11. Tavares is going to end up with a huge game. Tavares got yet another goal, garbage goal out front. He's a tremendous player, but this team, these goals matter little, as you can well imagine. 14-11, 3 goals needed to tie it, and only 12 seconds left.
Philadelphia's going to call timeout.
Timeout for Philly. He wants to make sure that there is no way they let this one go away. You know, Quint, they did a great deal here as you look at the Philadelphia sideline. One of the neat things about this team is not knowing that they didn't really know their identity this year. They brought everybody on the roster, the 6 non-dress players, 7 non-dress players. They flew them all up here for this first game. A great show of unity, a great show of a new start for this team, and everything they did paid dividends. They did everything they expected to do.
You know, we've talked about Gate quite a bit, but you know, we didn't really mention much about John McAvoy tearing his knee in preseason. He's out for the year, and Chris Flynn, who's been a regular for Philadelphia now for 7-8 years, did not play tonight. So this really is just a super effort to overcome the loss of those 3 quality players.
And this team came in confident. You heard Russ Klein talk at halftime. They came up here knowing what they had to do, confident in their ability to do it, and it's exactly what happened.
Buffalo's facing off right now with no goalie.
Squire picks it up. They'll come in, try to get a shot off. Little time left, 5-6 seconds. Dallas Eliuk looks to take that shot. Rosa will score the last goal of the game. 3 seconds left. 14-12. This score is going to look a lot tighter than the game actually was, folks, as Buffalo pours it on, scoring 3 goals in the last minute. Rosa scores after Tavares scores twice, and they've scored 3 goals in the last 30 seconds, Quint.
Just shows you the explosiveness of Buffalo, and it's kind of like Philadelphia stopped playing when Jake Bergey made it 14-9.
I think this team from Buffalo was a little flat, too. They don't feel like they've practiced together that much. They didn't come out with their normal fire or their normal stick work around the crease. But hats off to the Philadelphia Wings. Nobody can deny them this tremendous victory. Maybe the biggest victory in their storied history. They lost Paul Gate 3 years ago. They lost Gary Gate this year. And this team went ahead and beat one of the best teams in the National Lacrosse League, the Buffalo Bandits. A lot of heroes in this game. Peter Jacobs had the 3 goals and commanded the faceoffs. Bergey came up huge as a rookie, scoring twice, playing great physical defense. Govett scored. Miller was in effect on the offensive end, and of course Marichek was there when you wanted him. Willie will take a short break and come back with our final comments from what has become a tremendous win for the Philadelphia Wings. Finals 14-12. Come back for the final.
Hey, buddy, I'll trade you my scarf for that last Bud Light. Come on. But the hat? That's fair. What more could you possibly want, huh? Oh. You got a raw deal.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I never said it was the last one.
Make it a Bud Light.
See, it says here you're lazy, highly unmotivated. You have a problem with authority.
Yeah, I've got 2 references that proves that.
Well, the only thing I can say is, you demand. You demand.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Technically, I can't give you a raise yet.
You're right, policy, schmolicy.
The National Lacrosse League has been brought to you by Bud Light and by Brine Lacrosse, the official equipment supplier of the National Lacrosse League. What a season opener. The Philadelphia Wings winning 14-12. It wasn't even that close, folks, as the Philadelphia Wings beat the Buffalo Bandits behind the great defense of their team and, of course, their first-team All-Pro goalie. Bud Light MVP is Dallas Eliuk. He's been there many times, and watch him make this save. This is Kilgore coming down. Bergey will make a little bit of defensive check, and then it's Eliuk making the huge save. He came up with 40 saves on 52 shots. He had 2 assists. He's the Bud Light MVP of this game. And with the 40 saves, Dallas Eliuk again puts himself in the record books as the first game of this season marks Philadelphia as a 1-0 team and a team to be reckoned with again in 1998. So again, the final here from the Marine Midland Arena is 12-10, or 14-12 rather. Philadelphia wins for Quinn Kesnick. I'm Lee Felsbo. See you next time.
Well, if I had money, I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck. Lord, I'm crazy about a Ford truck. I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road. I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
For the last 50 years, there's only been one truck built Ford tough.
Only one station in Philadelphia plays nothing but classic hits. 1029 MGK. More Eric Clapton. More Beatles. 1029 MGK. More Rod Stewart. More Stones. 1029 MGK. More Elton John. More Billy Joel. When you want the classics, turn on Philadelphia's only classic hit station. 1029 MGK.
This is what it is all about.
Who wants another cold one? On the screen, I want to see the game.
Sorry, fellas, there is no football this week.
What? Now what are we gonna do? Abduction? Done that.
Who's Area 51? Again.
Check out Alien Invasion Week on TLC.
New investigations, new evidence.
TLC is really on the ball.
Alien Invasion Week, hosted by Third Rock's Frank Stewart. All next week, beginning Sunday at 9 on TLC.
If you missed Diane Fur's history-making liquidation sale, you have one more chance to save. Because of the amazing crowds, Diane Furs is doing it again with one of the largest fur and leather liquidations ever. Brand new merchandise from more than 30 New York and Canadian manufacturers will be sold at the 12 Caesars for up to 70% off. 70% off. Buy now, wear it now with special 1-year 0% financing. No first sale can match this one. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday only at the 12 Caesars on Cityline Avenue next to the Adams Mark Hotel.
Saturday at 7:30, the Sixers look to scalp the Warriors live on Comcast Sportsnet. All the action begins on Sports Night at 7. Sixers, Warriors on Comcast Sportsnet, your sports network.
For Coach Tony Resch, the new season opened with questions, and the answers have come from new sources. A win in Buffalo. Then in New York, goalie Andy Piazza took a big bite from the Big Apple. For years, the Wings were defined by MVP Gary Gait, but Gait has flown south, leading the Baltimore Thunder into the Core State Center. It's National Lacrosse League action coming up next. The big house in South Philadelphia is all dressed up tonight for opening night. It is the home opener for the Philadelphia Wings, entertaining their rivals to the south, the Baltimore Thunder, in town for National Lacrosse League action, and it's coming up next. And hi again, everybody, with Lee Felsbo. I'm Larry Rosen. Welcome to our presentation of National Lacrosse League action. Leaf, there are so many subplots to begin with tonight. I don't know where to start. Where do you want to go?
Well, Larry, and you really don't know who's going to be the hero or the main character in those subplots, and that's the key to the Philadelphia Wings. This is a team, as you mentioned, that has been built around Gary Gait for the last several years, but now they have a different hero, it seems, every week. They are 2-0, a team that looks to be in championship form, but they've got 3 balanced lines, each line scoring about 20 points. It was Booza last week, a rookie, scoring 3 goals. It was Peter Jacobs the week before in the opener, scoring 3 goals. This team gets a new offensive hero to help Tom Marechek, it seems, every week.
But they have a defensive stalwart to begin with. It's a 5-time All-Pro on the back end. When you've got great goaltending, it awfully helps a lot.
Well, and they have the best. This is Dallas Eliuk. He is an All-Pro, the best in the indoor game. and he is going to be tough to beat tonight. But Andy Piazza, number one, was the player of the week in the National Lacrosse League, and Andy Piazza is really the story of the week. He will back up Dallas Eliuk, giving them excellent confidence in the goal. This team will be tough to beat. Dallas Eliuk has proven he's the best. Piazza now has proven he is ready to step in if needed.
At practice earlier in the week, Tony Resch, the head coach, said, hey, it's not old home week just because you're so familiar with these guys. Will familiarity breed contempt, or will it breed respect when Gary Gait comes back to town?
Well, he's going to be tough to handle, you know that, but Gary Gait is really the best player to ever play the game, but they know each other well. Brian Volker will be the guy that they'll try to match up on Gary Gait. He'll have his hands full. They'll want to keep him away from the center of the field, protect Dallas Eliuk, and you've got a chance to beat anybody.
The Philadelphia Wings have been in the championship game 5 of the last 6 years. The road back begins at the Core State Center when we return in just a moment.
Comcast Spectacor presents a jam-packed January at the Core States Complex, where everyone plays. The Flyers and 76ers are cooking with 12 dates at the Core State Center, and the Phantoms and Kicks blow the doors off the Core State Spectrum for 7 home games. America's top skaters compete in the 1998 State Farm U.S. Figure Skating Championship, January 4th through the 11th at the Core States Complex. Aerosmith takes over the Core State Spectrum on January 15th. Yanni appears at the Core State Center on January 27th. Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse is back at the Core State Center, home opener January 16th. There's LaSalle, Villanova, and Temple College basketball. The Hero Israel concert featuring the Philadelphia Orchestra and the Israeli Philharmonic graces the Core State Center January 24th. The World Wrestling Federation slams into the Core State Center on January 25th. The International Championship Rodeo stomps its way into the Core State Spectrum January 30th through February 1st. And then February heats up. The Core States Complex, where everyone plays.
This is Comcast country, where more people use our wireless network than any other. People just like you. It seems sort of natural. Because we're from around here, we understand you better. What you want and what you need. What you're looking for in wireless phone service. And how to make it work on your budget. Sign up for Comcast Digital PCS now and get free calls to any one number. Up to 500 minutes over 3 months. Comcast country. Nobody knows it better.
This National Lacrosse League action is brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by Bryan Lacrosse Equipment, the official equipment supplier of the National Lacrosse League. And by Naya Water, official water of the National Lacrosse League.
And from the Core State Center here in Philadelphia, it's time for Flight 1998 to take off for the Philadelphia Wings and Baltimore Thunder.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you on behalf of the captain and crew. Welcome to Philadelphia Wings Flight 1998. I'm your stewardess, Wanda. That's right. I said stewardess, not flight attendant. I'm here to show you how to enjoy your flight. So, just sit back and be quiet. Now, first, you keep your seatbelts buckled at all times. This puppy's always moving, and we don't want you to get hurt. Like right there. The wings are known for taking people's breath away. So, don't cough up a lung, we just had the upholstery cleaned. And for all you Baltimore fans out there, and don't forget your bark bag, because we're gonna kick your ass!
And now let's go to PA announcer Matt Cord and meet the Philadelphia Wings.
please welcome number 3, Paulie Denton. A 7-year vet from Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. One of the Wings assistant captains and member of Team USA. Number 6, Brian Volker. From Villanova, a 5-year attackman out of Baltimore, Pennsylvania. He recorded 4 points against the Buffalo Bandits on opening night. 6'2", 190. Number 5, Paul O'Grady. Our captain, playing in his 96th professional lacrosse game, a 10-year vet from Vermont and Havertown. He's 6'1", 195. Number 8, Scotty Garrelson. An 8-year vet from Ohio Wesleyan and Philadelphia. The Wings' second all-time assist leader and also currently 4th in the National Lacrosse League. 6'2", 190. Get ready. Number 11, Kevin Finneran. From Villanova, a 6-year attackman. 6'175 from New York City. Number 14, Jimmy Rogers. A 3-year attackman, tied 2nd in the league this year in assists. ACC's 1995 Player of the Year from Duke. Number 18, Matt Oglesby. From Dartmouth, a 7-year vet forward at 5'8", 165. Picked up 2 assists over Buffalo. Number 20, Batesy. Chris Bates. At center, the tallest player in the National Lacrosse League. He's 6'5", 220 from Johns Hopkins. Number 24, Peter Ticka. From British Columbia, an 8-year vet goalie. Your favorite wing. All-pro, all-world, all-everything. Number 35, Dallas Eliuk. A new star on the Wings horizon. He scored 3 goals last week against the Saints. A rookie forward from Penn State in Morton, Pennsylvania. He's 5'6", 155. Number 44, Mike Busta. A 5-year vet from Syracuse. This Wing scored more points last season than any player on the current roster. He leads the Wings in scoring this season. Number 42, Tommy Hollywood Marichak. Up next, a 5-year vet from Radford, 6'195. The Wings, all-time penalty minutes leader. He's loud, he's crazy. He's number 44, Steve Gunnis. Everyone knows Philadelphia has many sports legends, including famous legal linebacker Bill Bergey. Tonight, we want you to meet a Wings legend in the making, a rookie from South Jersey State, 6'205, number 66, Jim Bergey. A 2nd-year forward from Virginia and Rosemont, Pennsylvania. 6'1", 190. How about a hand for number 91, Greg Trainer? And finally, a 7-year vet, Wings assistant captain and member of Team USA, scored the winning goal against Buffalo. 6'2", 165 from Hobart, number 99, Billy Miller. The pilot for flight 1998 this year, head coach Tony Resch. Co-pilots are 2 Wings vets, Gary Mark and John Hunt. Trainers Millsy, equipment Mark Rockman, coach's assistant Peter Tyson. The doctors, Dr. Larry Miller, Dr. David Rubenstein. On behalf of the Wings player staff, owner Russ Klein, and the Core State Center, welcome aboard.
A rousing way to welcome this crowd to the Core State Center. Lee Velsmo, Larry Rosen set for National Lacrosse League action. Largest cheer, as you would expect, for Dallas Eliuk. Largest boo, as you would expect, for Gary Gate making his return. Behind the bench for Philadelphia, a longtime defenseman, Tony Resch, who knows he's got the best keeper in the league and will build out from there. On the opposite bench, a Philadelphia legend who has gone south to Baltimore as well. His name is John Tucker. Tucker was a teammate of Tony Resch in Philadelphia in 1991 and 92 and has won everything at every level.
And you see John Tucker talking to Dennis Towns, the new owner, to his right, to our right, his left. That's John Tucker. And Larry, he was a star here. All these Wings fans remember when John Tucker led the league in a lot of offensive categories. He was a Wings star. Of course, a lot of championships or championship teams breed coaches, breed great players. He went on to be a good coach now for the Baltimore Thunder.
In the net tonight for Philadelphia, Dallas Eliuk, the goaltender out of Vancouver, British Columbia, 5-time All-Pro. Extremely popular, has made over 2,000 lifetime saves in indoor lacrosse action.
And Larry, he is pushed now because Piazza is playing a fantastic game in the net, so Eliuk wants to play well. Collins came in last year, his second year for Baltimore. He has made the team from Baltimore legit. He's a tough Canadian goal minder. He's not going to make it easy for the Philadelphia Wings. They're going to have to beat a very tough goalie.
He is out of Peterborough. It seems like most of the keepers still come out of the box game from north of the border. How do the teams line up?
Well, you take a look at the goals against. It's a little bit misleading because the Thunder only played one game against the team that didn't play defense, so their goals for are real high. But look at the Wings. They played 2 games. Their goals for are 1 better than last year. Goals against 1 better than last year. They really are playing a really team-oriented game, doing a great job. They will get contributions from all over the field. Gary Gait, of course, the guy you've got to stop or at least slow down.
Over the years, they've met 23 times, and Philadelphia has dominated, especially in recent days.
I don't think the Baltimore Thunder has beaten the Wings here since 1991. It's been a long time. Although, last year, when Philly still had Gary Gait, Baltimore beat Philly in Baltimore. This is a team, the Baltimore Thunder, who scored 23 goals, as we showed you, that comes into this game with a lot of confidence. It's a new team. They really haven't been tested again because Syracuse did not play good defense. Philadelphia will.
And here we go. Philadelphia working to our left in the silver and black trimmed in the bright orange. And they change right off the go.
Surprise to me, Larry, that Gabrielson, the captain, took the opening faceoff. Jacobs, the 6'5" second-year player, usually does that. He usually dominates.
That's Rogers. He peppers the goalkeeper with an easy one. It comes right back, and a near throwaway is picked up by Steve Govett, the all-time penalty minutes leader in the history of this franchise. It works in front to Kevin Finneran and back easily for Derek Collins. The quick counterattack, a key weapon. A good hit by Paul Denikin for Philadelphia.
Well, Martino was off and running, and Baltimore will try to extend the field. They want to run. They feel that they have a team that's as athletically superior or as sharp as anybody in the league. Look at how fast they got downfield. It was Denikin not letting Martino, his number's sake, 3-on-3, get the ball.
That's Bobby Martino, who's as fast as they come in front, and that is just too easy for Gary Gait. The 3-time MVP who had 12 points in the season opener just walked in on Dallas and undressed him.
He did the same thing last week. Now that is within a minute of the game. He did the same thing against the Smash. Watch him lock up. You got to keep him out of the middle. Watch him pushing. He got the great pick with Panos. Once he gets into the middle, you can't stop him. Watch the pick. Pick comes up. Panos takes Volker off there, and then Maricek can't make the slide. It was the pick for Panos that gave the middle of the field to Gary Gait.
Now, you're supposed to be calling out pick, let him know it's here, or that should be an automatic switch?
They know that's coming. The matchup was bad. You don't want Tommy Maricek playing defense in there. You want better help for Volker.
Volker got picked cleanly. There, an excellent opportunity down below is for Baltimore to go up by 2 as they seize the early momentum.
Well, the keys to this game are pretty easy to identify. You've got to shut down Gait, at least control him. He's already got 1. If you keep him 4 or less, that'll be good. 8+ scores for Philadelphia. That's what they need. They've got to protect Eliuk. They did not protect him on that first goal, as you noticed. Keep the scorers or the shooters out of the middle of the field.
That's Tom Ryan working to the left of Eliuk. Has a little bit of room. Tosses it to no one in particular. It's broken back free. Baltimore maintains possession. 90 seconds in.
Larry, that was Wings defense. You saw how they kept them out of the middle. Here comes Cloudson.
And hits that into the midsection of Eliuk where he eats it up.
But Gait especially is the guy you cannot let have the middle of the field.
Oglesby ahead. And a good takedown by Kim Folks.
Folks has tremendous speed out of Maryland. A good shot. He's got 3 goals last week. He's got tremendous speed. Look at him close the gap on that fast break. Kip Folks, nobody faster in this league.
Paul O'Grady wound up on his back. Philadelphia will possess And what's Tony like to do on these restarts?
Well, they're going to try to work the ball deep, I think, and get the... Oh, now they've got a power play. It's 5-on-4, so it'll be a penalty against Baltimore. This is their first power play goal. Looks like they'll start in a diamond D here. Marechek keys from up top.
The open area is in the middle. Shot down low, saved easily. And no rebound for Philadelphia. As they will change on the go, Greg Traynor had the shot. Long, short-handed run, and the splits and the save by Eliuk. And the rebound is taken off by O'Grady. Philadelphia will look to counter. A lot of quick, short shifting early. I guess with the momentum, get everybody a breather out there.
And Larry, you noticed that Baltimore not really shy about pushing the tempo. They were a man short. They went right to the cooker. They want to run this team. They feel they are athletically superior, as I mentioned, to anybody.
Marechek fires it off Collins' shoulder. Had a good look from a good spot top of the slot. And Philadelphia will be in possession.
Collins, a big load in there. Look at that. Look at those shoulder pads packed up. Resch, one of the coaching staff of the head coach, of course, an ex-player for the Wings. 3 ex-players in the coaching staff.
Marechek protects well. Pass and score on the bouncer. That's Traynor as he went 5-hole. Greg Traynor, the 2-time All-American from Virginia, who began his lacrosse career at Conestoga High School, picks a good spot.